Hello, and welcome to Drachmae and Demigods. I am Sammy Ferber, and I'll be your host for the evening. Thank you all so much for joining us for our second episode. For those of you who are coming back from last week, thank you so much. For those of you who are new, welcome. We will try to not confuse you too much. As this is our second episode, we as you saw if you came early, we still played that recap video before the stream. We'll play it again during our break, but we will probably stop doing that either next week or somewhere around there. But you can always find that video on our YouTube channel or on our Twitch channel. So if you need a recap or if you want to send a recap to a friend of yours who wants to come watch our stream, that's how you can do that. Also, during the show, you will see all of our social media information cycling through on the screen, as well as the Drachmae and Demigods social media information cycling through. We would love it if you would give us a follow on whatever social media you prefer. And especially if you're watching us here live right now, give us a follow on Twitch. We are a new wormling channel, and with your help, we can turn into an ancient dragon. Woof, that was bad. All right. Definitely share us with your friends if you like our show. Hopefully there will be fewer tech difficulties this week. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but we'll try our best. Also, we have a new show coming out. I know we just started here, but the recap video that I made will do wonders in getting you caught up with the plot of the story, but it doesn't do a lot in terms of getting you to understand the party themselves. So our remedy for that is a show that we are calling Threads of Fate. It will air, hopefully, Thursdays at 7:30. It will be a 5-episode long show, and it'll literally just be me and one party member, one-on-one conversation where we talk about them and their character, and essentially talk about anything that the audience would already know about their character. Any bits of backstory that have been revealed, any characteristics, any weapons that are like their go-to weapon, anything like that. So those will come out one a week for the next 5 weeks so that you guys can start to feel the way we do about these characters. And those will obviously be posted on YouTube after that as well. So, with all that being said, party, is there anything you guys need to say?
Woof, that was bad.
Thank you. Great. So, if there's nothing else, let's just hop into the game here. So, previously on Drachmae and Demigods, you all explored Delphi in the aftermath of Aruxal's siege. Let me get the music started so we feel the feeling. You saw some of the lasting effects of Mnemosyne's psychic attack. You spent some time in your respective temples, and you started to tie up some loose ends. Alexios, Ilme, you guys went to the defense center, where both Sunman Karo and the Anvil Arm are currently imprisoned. You assured Karo that you would do everything you could to help him out, as it was Phaeton's final request for Delphi to go easy on him. You then had a much more antagonistic conversation with the Anvil Arm. He seemed confident that he was in no danger where he was, and he asked Ilme to help him with something, though he didn't specify exactly what. Adagio then went back to the body of Aruxal the Black Dragon, and used Speak with Dead to ask him some final questions, although his answers weren't exactly the most informative. You then all attended the ceremony in the center of town to honor the fallen from the battle, where you were finally announced as a group, the Hands of Fate. Lord Pythonus also officially announced a citywide celebration to commemorate this day, a parade/party that will take place 2 weeks from now. And it will bring together lots of people from all over the Athenian Alliance. It's supposed to be the party of the century. Odella also gave you the Anvil Arm's battle axe, but she warned you that it was cursed. And she also gifted you Phaeton's old home, a place you could use as your base of operations while you're in Delphi. You then went on a bit of a pub crawl, got some schmancy drinks, and you spent some much-needed relaxation time on your rooftop. When Adagio went to bed that night, however, he was visited by both Apollo and Phaeton, his new champion. But the visit was interrupted by a powerful presence making its way closer and closer to their rendezvous. When Adagio woke up, he saw the semi-dormant Link of Mnemosyne looking right at him. So first things first, where the hell did you go, Adagio? While we're waiting for Adagio to come back, man, as soon as we start, the tech difficulties come back. One important question that can be answered before then. Anura, you and Adagio have been roommates for the majority of your travels so far. Did you go to bed in the same room last night?
We didn't specify it last, but I was going to go down there after we got through drinking, so I don't know at what point I would have made it in there.
Sure. So everyone can take a long rest if you haven't already and prepare for the next day. But I will say, Anura, you are in the room as the sun begins to rise on this new morning, and you see Adagio jump up in bed, jump up awake, sweat, looking around and looking at the Link. I really wish he were here for this opening scene. I don't know where he went. He was fine, and then he wasn't. So
I can message him on Discord real quick.
So in the meantime, the rest of you, so Ilme, Alexios, Ryujin, you guys wake up in whatever rooms you decided to crash in the previous night. What would you guys like to do?
I would have tried to wake up as early as I could to start trying to cook. We got food yesterday.
You
right?
did get a little bit of food. You mostly got drinks, but you did get some food. So I'll say right at that 8-hour mark where you would have felt well rested, right as the sun is beginning to creep over the horizon, you go downstairs, you look through the kitchen. It's not a particularly well-stocked kitchen in terms of pots and pans and that sort of thing, but it's enough that you can begin to make a hearty breakfast. Adagio, you're back. Love that.
Oh no. Welcome to being the problem child.
Great. So, Adagio, you wake up, you see this Link of Mnemosyne. Anura is in the room with you. What are you going to do when you guys wake up?
As
Okay.
he's doing this, can I just sit up and go, what? As he's walking away. Why the freezer?
Because she needs to chill out.
But that was so bad.
I couldn't resist it, I'm sorry.
All right. So,
Oh no.
Anura,
The
you
bad
just-
jokes begin.
Anura, you just watch as Adagio picks up the blood glass cube, walks downstairs. Alexios, you are in the kitchen beginning to make breakfast as you see Adagio walk down these stairs determinedly with the blood glass cube.
Hey, Adagio, do me something.
Hey.
Titan fuck
I'm
with
gonna
you.
check the stream.
Yeah. Cassandra just said something about not
Yeah.
being able to hear you.
Isaac, why don't you talk a bit and see if the audio was fixed? Okay, let me just re-put you into the scene. Cool. So, hold on that scene as I close this out and just re-put him back in. Sorry, guys. He's still on an iPad this week, but he will soon have a real boy computer that will hopefully work a bit better.
You're a
Pinocchio
real
joke
boy
is
now,
so close.
Adagio.
Alright.
Yep, I was gonna say. Oh, yep, alright. Never mind. The Pinocchio joke
on.
got said anyway.
Just putting him in here. Putting him in the cable.
So how's everybody's week?
I'd like to roll to seduce the tech issues.
Is that the same energy as rolling to seduce a dragon?
Yes.
What would be the DC on that?
A quadrillion. All right.
Oh, well, shit.
Isaac, why don't you talk a bit and you tell us, people in chat.
I'm just gonna walk down the hallway, my eyes just completely blank, super determined to reach that bridge, ignoring everyone and everything. I'm just gonna shoomp, and then I'm not even gonna look at Nemosini. I'm just gonna slam the fridge and just walk away with no explanations.
Okay, so first of all, this is ancient Greece, so there's not a fridge.
You have a cellar underground.
Put her in the wine cellar with all the wine we won't drink.
We don't have like an ice box or something?
Put her in the non-existent mailbox.
There is an icebox down in the cellar. So I'll say you can go open the cellar door, walk down that ladder, shove her in the cellar. Alexios, anything you're gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him. Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I'm very much not okay right now.
Did something... was the
I'm gonna
Titan
grab
friendly?
like some wine or something off the shelf and just like take a swig.
It's 5 a.m. or 5 p.m.
It's like
somewhere.
there's like tons of bottles of glass. It is literally, quite literally dawn as you pop open this wine and just start drinking it straight from the bottle.
I'm just gonna burp. Turn
That
to
is
Lexi
not
and be
healthy.
like, yeah, Nemosini decided to attack my dad through my mind.
You know, just the normal.
So I'm gonna go back upstairs and finish this bottle.
What, you guys don't start
Save me
drinking
a
at 5
plate.
a.m.? Just me?
Before Adagio could get back up
yeah,
to the room,
by all
I had
means.
something to do, by the way.
Okay. Alexios, any final words before Adagio goes right past you back up the stairs?
Oh, I'm just gonna hold up like a spatula or something. Alright, you have a nice morning. Enjoy your drink.
Anura, anything you'd like to do before Adagio comes back up?
Okay, so I have a question real quick. If I cast Feign Death on myself, am I stuck in that for an hour since I technically can't touch myself to end the spell?
Oh, Jesus. Hold on, let me check this the language of the spell.
I was wondering about that.
Alright, let's see. You cannot touch the target and dismiss the spell, so you would be stuck in that state for an hour. So what are you gonna do?
Is there, damn it, I don't want to be stuck like that for an hour. Damn, okay, well, that didn't work out for me. Oh well. Can I just, like, at this point have gotten up, and as soon as he walks back in the room, I'm just gonna cast Darkness?
Sure. So, Adagio, you come back up the stairs, you open the door, you get back onto your bed, and so poof, darkness.
I'm glowing or no? Do I still glow in darkness?
You do glow in darkness as part of your Apollo lineage, but the glow shines for about 5 feet, and then it's just darkness around you still.
Can I see my bed from here?
If you sort of start searching around the room, go ahead and make an investigation check with disadvantage.
Can I take another swing out of my wine bottle?
Just drunk the whole time?
Investigation?
Disadvantage, yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 7.
7. So it's a big room, and you're not very familiar with the room. You just sort of came in here and crashed last night, so you're not well versed in all the things in this room. So you spend a solid few minutes trying to just like feel yourself along the wall until the light radiating off of you finds you at the bed finally.
I'm gonna jump in and finish my bottle.
In bed?
In bed.
Breakfast
I'm
in
just
bed,
gonna go
baby.
keep it dark. I'm hungover and then go back to sleep.
This is the breakfast of champions. Okay, just a bottle of wine.
Just
All
a
right,
bottle
so
of wine.
so Alexios, go ahead and make a performance check for me with proficiency, if you don't already add proficiency, to see how well you make this breakfast. 21. So, with the limited resources you have, you do have some eggs, you have some pieces of meat, you have some bread. It's enough to make a sizable and delicious breakfast. So, after about an hour of cooking, the smells begin to go to the rooms above, and all four of you upstairs begin to smell the delicious aromas of a home-cooked breakfast.
So I start floating like in Tom and Jerry.
And now, because I saw...
With, like a pie or something.
Yep.
It's that scene from Into the Spider-Verse where it's like Spider-Pig going across the screen.
Yeah.
And because I saw Adagio did it, there's a bottle of wine with everybody.
Maybe it's
I
a custom
appreciate
that you're
that.
unfamiliar with.
We're really going with that Breath of the Dog.
I don't know if
dog
people
this
do
morning,
that.
aren't we?
Can I not
Stay
see
drunk.
my bedroom anymore now that there's darkness? Like, how long does this last?
I think it lasts an
I don't
hour.
remember. I think so.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Gab, you can get closer to your mic. Thank you.
Like, am I smelling this
Absolutely.
food but not being able to find my
it's-
way to the door would be torture?
10 minutes with darkness.
So
okay.
after 10 minutes, the darkness does fade. Yeah.
Okay.
Because mine
I'm gonna-
fits through Infinite Legacy.
I will
So if
stumble
I'm-
my way downstairs.
If I'm right here, do I sound okay?
Yeah.
Sound good? Alright,
Much better.
nice.
All right. So, unless anyone disagrees with me, you guys all eventually make your way downstairs and see the beautiful breakfast that Alexios has laid out for you in the kitchen. What would you guys like to do? The day is yours.
I'm gonna steal Ilme's bottle of wine. She's not
Why are
gonna
you
drink it
stealing
anyway.
from the rogue?
She's not gonna
Oh,
drink
wait,
it
she's a
anyway.
child.
She's
She's a
not gonna
child,
drink
that's right.
it.
Ilme, do you stop him?
I forgot about that.
No, it's okay. He can do what he
Nice.
wants.
Can I steal like half of the bottle from Adagio and be like, you woke me up this morning, we're splitting it?
I respect that, and I will let them. I will
You have your own.
let Honora take the bottle.
All right. So you guys can
Drinking
take your breakfasts into the dining room, which is connected to the kitchen. It's a beautiful, spacious room with a long wooden table. It has a thin layer of dust on it. You get the sense that not many people dine in this dining room, but there's plenty of room for you guys all to comfortably eat your breakfast and plan your day.
So I've been thinking about the house, you guys.
Okay,
So that's
talking more
Eleanor.
towards...
I'm gonna pull out my trident and just like pass around like a talking stick.
Okay.
Who do you give it to
God.
first?
Who's directly to my right?
Let's say it is Ilme.
Then I'll pass it to Ilme. I'll pass the talking stick. I want that back though. Alright.
Okay, cool. Okay. I can barely lift this thing anyway. I'm not strong. Okay. So I was just gonna mainly talk to Alexios and Ryujin because I feel like Adagio and Anura are a little out of sorts. So can't get much out of them
Ouch.
probably.
I'll start chugging water.
Just ruining your appetite.
Is my question. Are we... So it was given to us. We need to actually staff it? Right?
Oh, we can. I mean, it can be, unmanned, but are you going to put your stuff in here?
Well,
Well, I mean, I don't have anywhere else to put stuff.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, I think
We
it would
almost
be-
all are orphans,
So we should
so...
probably pay some people.
My mom and dad are still
Make
alive.
it more
but-
homey.
Hey,
You can
fuck.
get,
Mine
like,
are still alive too. I just don't know where.
Okay, you're right. I grew up in an orphanage though, so you know what? I somewhat feel your pain.
You grew up in an orphan. She didn't grow up an orphan.
There's a difference. Sorry, I don't have a talking stick. I'll
Do
shut up.
you know anybody who
so
does
what we-
that kind of stuff?
Can I
Yeah.
swipe at the talking stick?
So we need like.
What is going on this morning?
I will.
We're just losing it. It's fine. Everything's fine.
You get one victory, you lose your shit. Alright, that's how it goes.
Pride cometh before the fall.
Ilme, you were saying.
Sorry.
Okay. I would just. So we need people to help keep upkeep this place, right? I mean, it's really dirty and dusty in here, and I personally don't really want to do it myself.
Are we planning on coming back here? Okay,
So-
I'm gonna swipe at the talking stick real quick. Can I motion towards it? Like, can I have it real quick?
Ilme.
I'll give it away.
Can I go? Okay, as far
Yeah,
as
you can
far
have
as
it.
keeping it up though, are we planning on coming back or not? That's the real question before we make that decision. And then I'm gonna pass it back to Ilme.
Oh.
I mean, I'm fine with keeping this as like a home base. I mean, everybody likes us here, so I don't see why not.
Except Nadar, but
Nadar's
He's
dead.
dead, so.
Oh well,
Yeah,
Nadar's dead.
Nadar is dead.
May I?
he lives on in our spirits.
You can have it next. I was like, you can take it now. I mean, you want the trident?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I like it here. I've never really had a room like that. I mean, we have everything we need. Do you know anybody who would like work here? You're from here.
Wait, I want
I
the
know a
talking
lot
stick.
of the.
Fucking talking stick. It's such a problem.
Someone's gonna get stabbed with this talking stick.
Well,
Mine.
Most of us can't lift
I want
it.
it. I have a high strength. I want to like
Fuck
twirl
you.
it.
I should have just passed a plate. I don't know why I gave y'all a try.
Start throwing the plates across the room like frisbees to us.
It probably should have been a plate.
I'll replace the trident with my lyre.
as opposed to knowing people.
Do you really want to pass a wire around when I'm so drunk?
Oh, so you can have the.
What is going on?
Okay, as opposed to knowing people that actually can work here, I don't think I would have much help there. I know a lot of the, like, underground, like, criminal underground people, but daily tasks for regular people, probably
Okay, so here's what I'm
not
thinking.
really.
We adopt a bunch of teenagers and we put them to work. We pay them and give them home, obviously.
You made it sound like we were just gonna like, put them to work, be like, we're the hands of fate, work for us.
Series of unfortunate events in this boot.
Just show of hands real quick.
They make a lot of money. They have a house. I mean, as soon as they're 18, they can go on and do other things in the world.
Oh no.
We'll make them be the next set of.
Give a bunch of little orphans a
Oh,
home.
never mind.
Alexius, what was the thing you were putting up for vote?
Vote for the sweatshop.
I would care for these children like a father.
Adagio, you are like 20 years old.
I'm like
I know.
22.
We already
Well,
adopted
I
Ilma.
have
It's fine.
raised-
We're already caring for a child.
I have
Why
helped
don't
my
we-
mother raise multiple orphans.
Why don't
I
we
got
hire
this.
like 2 individuals that know how to fight? They can take care of themselves and they can like cook and clean, while we're not here, and like they can live here while we're not here and take care of the place, maintain it. But also, if they're trained in combat, then we won't have to worry as much about, if we did have to worry about people breaking in or trying to, take our stuff, whatever.
Maybe we could get people, students from Odella. Like, students that need, like, actual experience, like, somewhere. We could offer them experience and it would be a place for them to live that's outside the school.
Unpaid
Do any of us
interns.
have detect good?
They're
and evil?
unpaid
Yeah, they got
interns
paid.
instead of a
Oh my
sweatshop.
god, no. They need to be paid. We can't do
I'm
that.
fine with being paid interns.
I'm fine with
not the
paying
one who
them.
said unpaid.
Listen,
That's what I thought of. They're getting room
I mean,
and food.
I mean, that's technically being paid.
it'll
It's like a
have to be
stipend that most
somebody
people get.
or people that
yeah, I was gonna
we
say we should do
trust.
like detect good and evil, detect magic, insight check him.
Can you guys detect good or evil?
No.
Is there like an agency
I guess I
that we
can.
can go
It's an
to?
agency in
There's an
Delphi.
agency.
Again,
Yo,
ancient
we got
Greece.
nothing done.
I say we go to Adela. Yep, that
My
sounds good.
luck.
That sounds cool.
All right.
And her students could just like alternate if anything.
Adela, you got
We just
some
give Adela
names
like a
around
big
here?
pile of money and just be like, listen, your kids who need to make money, they can go guard our house.
Speaking of big pile of money, should we? There's that whore that we know is there that we
Oh, you
don't
said
really
horde.
talk about.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
the
I'll
dragon
just mute
money.
myself for a little bit. You know, it's okay.
Okay.
Do we want to? When are we gonna move on that?
Well, we first need to get something
Yeah.
to hold it all in. Right? Because that was a big
God.
issue the first time around. So we couldn't carry it all.
I'm not a bag of holding.
You
Wait,
can
do you have
You
one?
make one.
Well, then how long would it?
Tomorrow.
How long would it take for you to make one?
Keep laughing.
It's infusion. I have it ready.
What does that mean?
Oh,
Instant?
Give me a bag. Yeah.
Okay, so
I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know what
say-
infusion meant.
we spend the money that we have on us so that then we could also carry and then use the bag of holding.
I will also say we
Oh,
need
yeah,
to
I
get
need
some diamonds. Yeah, we need some diamonds.
I did not look at any of my spells, but I definitely need
It's
diamonds.
300 gold pieces for Revivify. 300 gold piece diamonds.
And I will say, Alexios, if you want to use your infusion to make a bag of holding, you need to decide what bag or backpack or some sort of receptacle you can put that enchantment into.
Yeah, all I need is a bag.
All right, so
Theory.
what are you
Could
guys
you
doing?
make a kangaroo's pouch a bag of holding?
Okay, sure.
Could you?
Can we put Medusa's head in the icebox?
I don't
with
think that's an anime.
Felicity?
That's true.
I
has to
don't
be
trust that
mundane.
because, like, even as a Link and trapped in that box, Nemosity still has some power. I don't want to come back to like a fully formed Medusa in the icebox.
That'd be very funny. A baby Medusa we raise.
I don't.
Aww.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just leaving it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm done with this conversation. I am gonna head out and go get some supplies for myself.
Do I still have the trident?
Anybody wants to join me, you're more than welcome.
Okay, Ilme.
Yeah, fishbone.
I don't know who
That
has it
hurt.
anymore.
Can I just reach out for the
Headphones.
trident, whoever has it?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's being
Yeah.
super protective of it right now, so you can
No.
definitely take your trident back.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
Anybody going with Ilme?
Where is Ilme going? I'm sorry, I lost
Yeah,
all
hell
of that.
yeah. We're going to the fishbone, right?
Oh yeah, I haven't even said. I just said I'm getting
Okay.
supplies.
I'll go too, yeah.
I'm gonna
I'll
go
get it
with Ilme.
Okay.
Are
Uh,
you drunk or not? Like, you've been drinking all morning.
I said I was chugging water. I was like,
We
2.5
both have just
bottles.
been drinking all morning.
Are you sure
Alright,
you're not a
so-
son of Dionysus?
Are we sure about this?
I don't know what
It's
the
a
energy
giant
is tonight,
sun.
y'all. There is some chaotic energy in this room. So, you guys get dressed, get all suited up, and begin to make your way out to your shopping spree. And you try the door, and it won't open.
I'd like to Eldritch
Oh my
Blast the
gosh.
door.
Fucking kidding me?
Okay, make 2 Eldritch Blast attacks.
Oh, shit, what do you mean? 2?
Do you want to?
Why would I have 2? That's my first question. Second of all, probably not. It's a bit extreme. Unless...
You tell me.
Can I
what are you doing?
Can I pinch Honora?
Should I Eldritch Blast the door?
Pinch.
Why did I get pinched?
Nah.
I don't know. Maybe we're dreaming. We have Nemosity in our basement.
Alright, so are you actually pinching me?
Yes. Now do me next.
I'm not gonna do that. I'll be nice. Never mind. Never mind. I'll be nice. Sure.
Can I go and look at the door while they're pinching each other?
The door opens out, and it doesn't... I mean, it's not locked. You can tell because it locks from the inside. But it just seems jammed or something like that.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Sure. You cast Detect Magic, and besides the magic items that your friends are carrying, you don't detect any magic around you.
Is there a window anywhere?
What the fuck is outside the door holding the door closed?
Is it like a peephole? Or a second
Ryujin,
floor
go
I can
ahead and
jump
make
off
a perception check as you look out the window and try to get an angle on what could be blocking the door.
You said perception.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 3 total.
Looking out, there's not really a security window, so the nearest window you can get to doesn't have a view of the door itself, so you can't quite see. But looking out on the street, you don't see anything.
Can I just climb out the window?
Is there like a back door and I
you
can
could,
just kind of
absolutely.
walk around the house?
So Ryujin opens the window and just starts crawling
Okay,
out
I'm
the
gonna-
window as Ilmei goes out the back, out the stable door, and out the fence on the side. And you both come around to the front of the door, and you see what is blocking the door. It's not a person. It looks to be a collection of baked goods, letters, pictures, scrolls. It looks like word has gotten around that you guys have taken up lodging here. And after just a quick look at this stuff, it looks like people are here to give thanks.
Glad I didn't Eldritch Blast. Fuck.
Can I poke my head out and tell them
Okay,
to move it a little?
I'll just start a...
Yeah, so I'll say as you guys are looking at it, you
Yeah.
can sort of clear the actual door so that the door can open again. And you do see there are some baskets of fruits and baskets of bread. You get the sense this was not something that people planned for necessarily. It's just whatever they had, they felt a need to give to show their gratitude.
Oh.
God, I wish this was modern. I was
Okay.
gonna say if there's return addresses, I'd like to give it all back.
I will say, as you're looking through these letters, you do see a fair amount of them beginning to refer to what happened yesterday as the Day of Endless Light. It seems to be the name that has sort of caught on amongst the populace, due almost certainly to the fact that the sun stayed in the high noon position for like hours at a time. And that seems to be generally understood to be what they're going to call this day in the future. But you guys have the day to yourselves once you clear the route. So what's first? We can sort of... Yeah, go ahead.
Can I... Well, first, I just wanted to look through all of the stuff. Looking to see if, like, a Kenai or somebody like that left a message.
Make an investigation
Out of
check.
curiosity.
I would also like to check for something sus.
Okay, so I'll say you guys can either both make checks or one of you with advantage.
I think Ilmei should get advantage.
All right,
I'll give
Ilmei?
Ilmei guidance on that.
All right, so advantage plus a d4.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Natural 1.
Oh, man, okay. Yeah. Well, the second roll was a natural
Sure.
one, so I'm taking the first one. It was a 15 plus... I already forgot. Investigation. So 21 plus 4,
Okay.
25.
Looking through, there is a lot of different handwriting here, a lot of different handprints, essentially. Looking through, you don't recognize any particular handwriting, and there's nothing that seems out of place here. It seems to be a sort of organic
Okay.
show of affection.
Okay, cool. That's so nothing that would like indicate thieves.
Thieves can't.
Whatever. That's
No,
called.
you don't see anything of that nature.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I'll just pick up an apple.
Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to know.
It's a nice red apple. Bite into it. Nice and sweet, nice and tart. It's a classic Honeycrisp.
Are there any grapes?
Yes, it's Greece. There's tons of grapes. There's tons of olives.
I'm just gonna grab a
there
bunch of
any
grapes as we're
wine?
walking away.
Yeah. No wine, but you do see like a single cask of ale. You get the sense that these are commoners who are giving you this stuff. So there's nothing particularly fancy.
Can I pick up the cask and just like hand it to Adagio?
Dunk.
What am I supposed to do with this?
You were the one drinking a bottle of wine before breakfast at 5 a.m.
With my strength, can I like hold it over my head and toss it back at him? Because I know he doesn't have high strength.
Make an athletics check.
I give you guidance on this because I want to see it.
This is where I die. It's alright.
It's fine. I've
Got
got
a new
aura
character rolled out.
vitality. You won't die. That's 2d6.
Okay,
You'll be
let's
fine.
go. Athletic is a +2. And then guidance is a D4.
Yep.
Okay, so I rolled 16 in total.
16. You're by no means a bodybuilder, but you are somewhat strong to the point where you can sort of get yourself all set up, crack your arms a bit, and then and like classic world's strongest man competition, like go ahead and make just an unarmed attack with disadvantage.
Heard. Oh, that's a 3.
What is the mood tonight?
So,
What's
assuming that a 3
happening?
doesn't hit Ryujin, you and chuck it, and you see the cask, and ale is now it's like covering your front porch essentially.
Oh,
I'm gonna look at
no.
Ryujin and be like, I meant to do that. Clean it up.
I'm just gonna.
That was just a waste, man.
Look down at the ale, look back up, do that a couple more times, you know, quick quadruple take, and then just start walking.
Can I just like
You see some
grab
poor peasant who's
Alexios?
like, that was my prized ale.
Can I just like grab
God.
Alexios and Ilme by the arm and like drag them away, but like we're leaving these idiots behind. Let's go shopping.
Wait,
All
don't
right.
leave me. I'm gonna
Yeah.
run after them.
Yeah.
I will chase.
So, first let's handle the shopping spree here. So, because we don't need to bore everyone with going to each individual store, what are the things you guys would like to purchase on your shopping spree?
I want to get 2 diamonds worth 300 gold pieces each.
Okay, it's a little hard to get 300 gold diamonds themselves. You go to a jeweler and he has several diamonds that combined, you essentially buy him out of all of his diamonds, and combined they make around 600 gold's worth of diamonds.
Okay, that works.
Which works. So go ahead and mark off 600 gold, and you have 600 gold worth of diamonds.
I would like to do the
Okay.
same if there's another jeweler in town who has.
I'll say there's not another jeweler, but I'll say combined, you guys literally take every single diamond he has, but you can each get 600 gold's worth of diamonds.
This poor man.
Yeah.
How do I need to add this to my inventory?
You can just make a custom item,
Okay.
and just make sure to write the amount so that you don't forget.
Okay.
Is it you said 600 gold each?
Yes, you guys each have 600 gold's worth of diamonds.
Okay.
Anything else you guys are buying?
I'm looking for
I want to
people.
go to like a potions shop, something. I want to buy a poisoner's
Sure.
kit.
So,
I don't have one.
the herbalist in town, which you would know, is Shauna, who has her shop in the Whispers. She tends to not have more nefarious items. That being said, she does have a single poisoner's kit at her shop that you can purchase for, I believe, 50 gold? Let me just double check that so I'm not...
Great,
let me
okay,
check.
Didn't know it was that expensive. That's fine.
Who would have thunk when
You know how the
computer's doing all
mind
this?
ring is empty now? Is anyone wearing that?
Yeah, I've got it.
Are you wearing it, like, actively?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Why?
Yes, 50 gold, Ilme.
I just want to know. I like having nice things.
I like having nice things.
50
What
gold?
happened to Anna?
Okay. Cool.
I don't know. Anna was doing fine. Okay, Alexios, what are you doing?
I'm looking for like a carpentry place.
I mean, there are plenty of carpenters in the Fishbone district. There's not like a carpentry center per se, but especially with your connections with the Black Hand Twin stuff,
like
they can send you to some people who are good with wood.
I'd like to find the best medic or like doctor or healer in Delphi, alright?
Well, unfortunately, he just died yesterday.
Besides Phaeton.
All of the clerics are the most trained healers, all the head clerics of their respective temples, but they are all very busy right now, still trying to heal people from yesterday.
Oh, okay, never mind. It'll wait.
I mean,
I guess I'll just go with Alexios.
I'm also a healer.
I'm also a healer.
And we know a lot about medicine.
I'm proficient in medicine.
Me too!
I got bandages.
What do you need a doctor for?
Don't
What
worry
do you
about
need
it.
a doctor when you got a Dagio and a Nora?
Doctor,
Carpenter's
give me the news.
What were you saying, Alexios?
I can only think of the coconut and the lime when you said that.
Carpenters do work, are the ones
Yeah,
that work
yeah.
on houses, right? Okay.
Sorry, I just started vibing.
So yeah, I guess I'm going to the Black
Sure.
Hands. Then.
So you head back to your friends, the Black Hand Twins, the armorer and the weaponsmith that helped you build your small mechanical friend. You see that Oscar, one of the dwarven twins, has a big gash down the side of his face now. A gash that he seemed to get in the fight yesterday. But they are happy to see you, and they are more than willing to point you in the direction of some of the carpenters in town that they trust.
Do they give me a particular direction?
Yeah, so...
Do
Yes,
they have
the
a
name is Herald. He's a human man who builds most of the buildings in town. He is currently extremely busy rebuilding most of the buildings in town, because he's the best.
What about the second? Do you know anybody who's not busy who does it?
Essentially, you get the sense that because of the damage that city has taken, all of the competent carpenters are currently like at work right now, going to town. If you wanted a carpenter right now, it would be like an assistance trainee who picked up a hammer yesterday, you know?
Oh no. That's fair. Do you mind like spreading our name around? Well, they know us, right? But just tell them to keep us in mind.
You got it, not a problem.
And any like I don't know if like hired help is like prevalent around here. Where would I go to look?
Well, you can just sort of ask around, and we can also put your name around and tell people to find you if you're looking for hired help. You're just looking for what, like a servant?
Yeah, a couple maids, groundskeepers.
We'll pass your name around. Tell them to come find you. You're staying at Phaeton's, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll send them your way.
Do you still have that armor I
Of course.
set here
Of course.
before the battle? Do you need anything to keep on holding that?
After what you've done for the city,
I have some
please,
plans
it's the
for
least
it.
we can do.
All right, thanks. That's how you treat a hero.
And a fellow smith.
But I hope the face thing. Yeah, like that. Even making him seems like so far away.
We've all had a bit of a rough week.
It's an understatement.
Is that your face okay?
Battle scars, you know how it is. Dragons. Didn't expect it, but I put it in the ground.
Should have saw what I did or what we did to the big.
I've heard rumors.
Where do these fucking egos come from?
I like the black hands. I feel comfortable. But
Where the egos come from?
so yeah, we should forge again.
You got any new projects?
Like,
We'll
I
be
kinda-
happy to get you some supplies, get you moving.
Oh, I got some big ideas with the crossbow. It's gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna show you sketches in a couple days, but I guess we have to go grab stuff.
All right. Well, you know where to find us.
Indeed, I do. Oh, and random question: do you know if anybody's succeeding or who's gonna succeed the airborne?
It's a good question, isn't it? There's talks, but right now we're sort of just making do. We've got lots of projects right now, trying to rebuild the city. We can handle a bit of no leadership for a while before we find someone new.
You guys are organized, but also on top of everything, when the talks start to happen, can you keep me
Of course.
clued in?
Do you have someone you'd like to nominate for the role?
Not quite yet. I mean, are you guys? One
We've
of you?
thought about it.
I mean, it could be a cult.
It's possible, at least.
I mean,
Well,
Might
we'll
have my
keep that in
vote.
mind.
you definitely have my
We
vote. Why
appreciate
not?
it. All right. Anything else people would like to do on their shopping trip?
I would. Or you
I was
can
gonna
go.
send
Dodgio.
you sending to message my mom.
Okay. What are you gonna say?
Hey mom, doing fine. Please send new clothes to this address. Talk to you later.
You wait for a moment after you cast the spell, and you hear the familiar voice of your mother. Oh, I'm happy to hear your voice. I don't quite know what you mean. If you need clothing, I'll be happy to send it. Where exactly? That's all you get.
And then I use the spell again.
Okay, mark off another spell slot.
Oh my god! Do this before we
I'm
go to
not doing
sleep,
it.
man!
I wasn't thinking about it. Let me write that up. Wait. Okay. Wow. What would I even? What do addresses look like in ancient Greece?
There aren't
They
addresses.
exist.
Okay, send it to the sun. Okay, wait. We're gonna start this message over. Say to Delphi, I'm fine. My clothes is not. Please send it to the Sun Center Temple, and I'll just pick it up there. But I'll go and visit you soon. So, say hi to the orphans for me.
Say hi to the orphans for me.
You hear her again. Oh, of course. I'll find some gold to send a horse, and we will absolutely send it to you. We are so
That's right.
proud of you.
I forget this
Adagio over
world.
here, the only one who has like both his parents, I think.
Yeah.
Ilme.
And an aunt.
Yes. I wanted. So, would I be able to find the like shady areas where like not so like poison, where I could find some poisons that are very
You'd have to go to
harmful?
the underground for that, but you're very familiar with that area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured.
You,
yeah.
with
figured I
someone
would.
as skilled as you in the criminal underground, you know your way around. You can very easily get back down there. You do see, it's sort of a different atmosphere than usual. You hear very quickly, just from people passing by, that there is now only one known entrance and exit to the underground, as whatever enchantment was on the Archmage's tower on that door, when that enchantment was dispelled, the exit was also broken. So there's now no exit in the Whispers. There was only the exit in the Fishbone District. But you do see people talking about potentially trying to construct a new exit so that it's not so obvious that everyone's going to one specific place. But a lot of people are just like, in the aftermath of a dragon attack, it's not a top priority right now.
Okay, I'm making sure my hood's up. I don't want people to like see the hands of fate
Sure.
person down here.
Wait, I have a question. Because
Yeah?
wasn't I standing with Ilme? Did she just, like, dip?
Oh yeah, I probably
Yeah.
would have. I wouldn't have asked anybody else
I'll
to
say
come.
with Ilme's passive stealth, you definitely don't notice that as,
Like, 2
as you guys
seconds
are
later, I'm like-
as you guys are picking out your diamonds and stuff, Ilme's just gone.
Okay, heard. Nice.
Just leaves us.
All right,
I wanted.
Ilme, what are you searching for?
So I'm searching for a place that has like really obscure poisons, something that wouldn't be easily recognized.
Make an investigation check.
I
21.
got a 21.
+9 +10.
So, you have never really delved deep into poisoning, but you know a name, Quran. All you really know about him is that he's old, he's a bit kooky, but apparently he's the guy if you want to try to find poisons. So you navigate your way through the underground to where you know that he tends to hang out. And you do see a small isolated room with a door that is closed, but you know to be the door that marks his store, quote unquote.
Okay. I'll go up there and open it up.
Who is it? You see a dark room with like a single candle lit, and you see this old shriveled human man look up as he's like in the midst of pouring some chemicals into a vial.
Hello. I'm looking for poison.
I
I'm told
don't know
you
what you're
have
talking
that.
about. I am a chemist, not a poisoner.
Sure. You're a chemist in the underground. That makes sense.
What do you want?
As a legit chemist, I take offense to this implication.
I'm looking for any obscure poisons, things that won't be able to be easily found out. I don't want it to be recognized.
It'll cost you the more obscure it is.
Well, that's fine. I have that.
Well,
I just want it.
what kind of application are you looking for? Something someone can consume? Something you can put on them? Something you can put on a weapon, per se? What's your delivery method?
Either consuming or put it on clothes and have them, have it be touched in some way. Either one works. Or both, depending on the
Well,
price.
The more powerful you get, the more it'll cost you. And keep in mind, I don't have these things simply on me. I have some basic poisons I could give you. But if we're talking serious stuff, you may have to get some supplies.
Alright. What do I need to get?
Well, depends how much you're willing to fork over.
How much are you wanting?
Let me phrase it this way. Are you looking to kill a rabbit or a man?
Oh, I think you know what I'm trying to do here.
Alright. Are you trying to kill a man or a powerful man?
I wouldn't be coming to you if I just had to kill any regular old man.
So
I
you're
could do
wanting
that on
some
my own.
powerful poisons. Well,
Yeah.
let me pull up my different poisons and I'll tell you. So,
Is there a type of poison that could, if somebody's magical, is there a type of poison that could mitigate him using spells?
that's
Just take the
interesting.
apples. Just take the apples
a
that
thing?
we
I don't
got
know.
and like boil them down and distill the arsenic out.
That's an interesting idea. I haven't heard of a poison that could do that, but that is an interesting challenge. I could try to make something that fits those specifics.
And how much would that
Well,
cost?
for experimentation and supplies and yada yada yada, we're talking 1,000 gold.
Okay, and what if you just had some kind of really powerful poison? And I can get you supplies. Just let me know what
Well,
you need.
The most powerful poison that I could feasibly make would be purple worm poison. It's 2,000 gold, but it requires elements of a purple worm.
Shoot, okay. Alright. I'm liking the idea of you creating a new kind of a poison for me that will reduce the magicalness of
Well,
people, I guess. I don't know. I'm not
If I
very
were
up on
to
that.
attempt to make such a poison, I would say that I would need your assistance procuring some specific items. Some powdered blood glass, perhaps?
Okay.
That's the most effective magic nullifier I can think of. If I can lace this poison with powdered blood glass, it may do exactly what you're looking for.
Okay, what if we had you, I don't know if, that's probably not gonna work. I'm gonna ask it anyway. What about using magic stone? I know it's supposed to be magical and it's supposed to help with that, but is there a way to make it do the opposite effect?
Think of magic stone and blood glass as natural opposites of each other. If I made a poison with magic stone, it would probably make his magic stronger. Which is also an interesting idea.
Okay. Okay. I will look into finding that for you. Once I have that, how much would you think you need?
As much as you can give me, depending on how successful my tests are. But I'd say get me 50 gold worth, and that would probably, unless something goes terribly wrong, tide me over.
Okay. And then I'm guessing you're going to need some money up front. I'm not paying you full out for an idea. I'll give you some
How
to
about
get you
this?
started.
750 gold up front, and an additional 500 gold if I succeed. If I fail, 750 is all you pay.
Why don't we make that... That's just for an idea, I gave you this idea too, okay? So I really feel like 750 is a little much just for you playing around.
Make a persuasion check
offer...
with disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this, and I don't have good persuasion. Oh, man. I got a 13.
13. He goes, you understand. Everything I do is a bit, illegal, some would say. What you're asking me to do is plotting an assassination. That's high risk, with very low reward for me. So I think 750, with 500 at the end, if it succeeds, is more than reasonable.
Alright, how long do you think you need? How long do I have to get you that
Well, I can't
blood glass?
really start preparing anything until the blood glass is received. I can make a basic poison, but...
Okay. And then once I give you that blood glass, how
That
long
depends
will you
on
need?
if my tests are immediately successful or not. It could be days, it could be weeks.
Okay. Well, okay, fine. I'll give you the 750 now. You start thinking of ideas. I'll be back in probably
And
a couple
one
days
last
with
thing.
the blood glass.
What do I call you?
It's Brittany, bitch.
You can call me Cersei.
Call you what?
Cersei!
Understood. See you soon.
Okay.
Alright.
I head out. Making
Make
sure
a
nobody's
perception
following me.
check.
Let's use this one. Oh no.
10.
Out of 10.
I mean, there's lots of nefarious looking people down here. None seem to be paying you much mind. None that you can see anyway.
Okay, well, hope it's good. I'm gonna... Can I, like, sneak out of here?
You can sneak back the...
Stealthily, I don't want anybody...
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay. I'm just gonna, like, try and, like... they, like, notice I'm gone and then just pop
You're
right
gonna
back
try
where I
to
was at.
Batman
You'd,
them?
like,
Got
Did
it.
they just... Was nobody even here the whole time?
Stealth check.
Yep. Okay, I got a 21.
21, so definitely beats their passive perception. So you sneak your way back out of the underground and meet up with your friends and just are like a half step behind them as if you just had to stop and tie your shoe.
Yep, that's what I wanted.
Alright. What are you guys doing?
Okay.
That's
Uh,
good.
Well,
And that
I
is
also
my theory on
follow up
everything.
on what I
What
just
did you
did.
think, Yome? Did you have any input
Oh,
on that
sorry.
conversation?
I was not listening at all.
Oh, okay, that's very on character.
I mean, I thought that you brought up.
Sounds
some
like
really good
Adagio
No, I
needs to
was not. I
re-say
told
what
you I
his
wasn't
theory
listening.
is then.
I'll go ahead and start from the beginning again. You start taking notes. Let's go. I want to find an orphanage.
Okay. There is an
You're
orphanage
not-
in Delphi.
You're not doing this, no!
It is in the training ground district, the
yeah.
district that Odella runs.
I'd like to Eldritch
Did
Blast
she
the
just train
orphanage.
orphans?
No.
Hey,
Because
so
that's, I
Adagio.
feel like that's what the implication of it being in the training grounds district is Odella just goes to the orphanage is like, you'll make a good fighter.
There are lots of important things in this district, y'all. The Lightbringer Orphanage. The Lightbringer Orphanage,
question.
home for boys and girls.
Do you guys want to make some superheroes?
Oh my fucking god, we're not X-Manning this shit.
Who runs this orphanage? I was thinking like
It
nuns or
costs a lot of
something.
money.
Can I find the mom, the mother?
Nuns
So,
are running the
first of all-
orphanage in ancient Greece.
First of all, as you guys make your way into the training ground district, you do see that the orphanage, while it is very clearly an orphanage, it also seems to be doing double duty currently. It seems to be operating as a soup kitchen for anyone that is displaced or otherwise affected by the damage to the city. So as you approach, you do see this long line of people waiting for food or supplies or whatever. And you see what looks like an elderly human man coming out of the building, having just received his food. He's led by his son or grandson or something like that, who's sort of helping him down the street. And you see coming out of an alleyway are 3 more brawny younger men who, and you're still a bit of a distance away here, but who seem to stop the old man and the boy and seem to have some sort of verbal exchange before you see one of the young men slam the old man's food to the ground as it clatters onto the street. You see the old man pull out a long sword, and they seem to be getting ready for some sort of scenario. What are you guys doing?
Wait, how
Can I
far did you
Eldritch
say this
Blast
was?
right between
How far
their
away
feet?
is this from us?
You guys are about 60 feet away at this point.
Give me a second. What's the range on this?
Yeah, give us
Can-
just a moment.
I'm gonna Eldritch
Can
Blast right between
I-
our feet to like stun them so we can have time to like actually run over?
I was
Go
gonna
ahead-
say, can
go
I
ahead
cast
and make-
darkness?
I'll say you are targeting a very specific area, Ryujin, so go ahead and make an Eldritch Blast attack with disadvantage to make sure you don't actually hit someone.
Oh shit.
Okay. If this doesn't work, I want something I want to do.
I just want to pull out my sword.
Holy shit!
Okay, so I got a 15
Holy
and a
shit!
17, so 22 is my total.
Okay, so you fire your ocean spray eldritch energy, and it hits the ground right in between this old man and the 3 vagrants who are assaulting him, and they all sort of like turn surprised and see you guys, and you see their expressions change all of a sudden, and these 3 aggressors seem to be reconsidering what they're doing. What else
Can
are you guys doing?
I cast thaumaturgy real quick and make my voice boom and immediately yell, "No, get out!"
Go ahead and make an intimidation check with advantage.
I want to lift up my eye patch and start walking over real menacingly.
Hold on.
That's a 16.
16, okay.
So I
So-
have a plus 0.
So, 2 of these thugs seem to like look at each other, and they're slowly backing away. You see one of them drop what looks like some sort of mace or something, and they're just sort of backing away. But the third guy is looking at them like, "Come on, guys, come on! That's ridiculous, come on!" And he's sort of holding his mace up, ready to fight. I'll have
Alright.
all of you, just for the sake of this, go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
What?
Jesus, that's bad. So, I have a 12.
I'm just gonna wait until you get ready for him.
Okay, anybody over 20?
22.
22 for Nora. 20 to 15?
19.
19
Or 15.
Alexios. 15 Ilme. 15 to 10, I have 12 for Ryujin.
I have 13.
13 for Adagio. Okay. So, Anura, you are up first. So, what would you like to do? Or I guess I'll say your first turn was the intimidation. Unless
I
there's
didn't
something
know that
else.
counted, but
I'll say sure. You can take your turn if you'd like.
I'm gonna try and intimidate them again, but this time I'm gonna take out the dagger of marking.
Okay.
and start flipping it. And since Thaumaturgy would still technically be up during this, right? Because
Yeah.
it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
So my voice is still booming, I'm gonna go, do you really, really, really want to do that? And start walking towards them while flipping the dagger.
Okay, how close do you want to get to them?
I'll use my full movement speed of 30.
Okay. I'll say because you guys are actually further away than this map shows. I haven't even showed you guys the map. I showed the stream the map.
Yeah, and the stream's not loading, so I can't see the map.
Understandable.
I can.
Understandable.
It's looking cute.
There you go.
Starts
There's the
flipping
map.
dagger. Do you really
Oh,
want to die
map.
today?
So I'll say with your 30 feet of movement, you can get to where the map actually shows you to be.
Okay.
And go ahead and make an intimidation check again.
Just straight intimidation this time?
Yes.
Okay.
As you're no longer surprising them.
That's a... Do I have anything to add to this? No, that's a 19 then.
19. Okay. So the two that were a bit scared of you before seem to like really be reconsidering their attack here, and even the guy who seemed to be a bit tougher is looking around like maybe he has miscalculated. Okay, that's your turn, which brings us to the old man who is taking advantage of the foes being distracted, and he is targeting the one that seems to be in charge, the one that seems to not be as afraid, and you see him take his longsword and just shing shing, incredibly skilled. He looks like he may have been a warring man in his prime. With a natural 19 and a natural 10, which brings him to 15, which both are gonna hit. Ooh, this is gonna be impressive. Let me roll some damage here. 14 points of slashing damage to the first guy. He slices into this guy and then just gets into a bit of a defensive position, like, try me. And that guy is seemingly very surprised at how easily this man just sliced into him. Alexios, you're up.
The old guy would be the guy in the middle.
Yes, he's the guy in red.
Alright. I'm gonna try and get next to him.
Alright, so you are actually 60 feet away, so 30 feet of movement would get you to the map.
Okay, so that's my I start off at full movement used already.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, then I'm just how far away are they? You said they're 30 feet away.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The enemies, if you're taking the side of the old man, are around 40 feet away from you.
So I guess I'm just gonna dash 30 feet.
You got it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll get you to there.
And Ford is gonna follow me and take the spot just upper right from me.
You got it. Your metallic dragon friend clink, 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 and follows you
No,
into
wait,
battle.
just one more down, actually.
Gotcha.
That
Not
would
a
be
problem.
440.
Yeah, 40 would get him to there. All right, that brings us to the assistant, the son or grandson of the old man, and he is just cowering, and also seems to be in awe of the people who have come to their defense, and he's just taking a dodge action. All right, Ilme.
Okay, I will run up and use a bonus action dash to get within 30 feet of these
So
thugs.
the one on top, like the northernmost one, is the one that seems to be in charge, the one who is least afraid, and these two guys seem to be a bit afraid. So which one are you going to try to target?
The one that's
Okay.
least afraid.
With your enhanced movement, you can...
Top right.
Do you want to get up in melee with him?
Sure. I don't.
All right,
Yeah,
you are
it's fine.
up in
I'm
melee
not
with
too
him
worried.
as you race over to him. do a little like cool jump move off of Forge as you just like sort of use him as a leapfrog, and shoom, daggers out. What are you doing?
I am going to attack, and so I have assassinate, and that means that if a person hasn't gone before
That's
me,
correct.
I have advantage.
So go ahead and make your first
Okay,
attack
so
with
I thought.
advantage.
Yay, that's what I wanted. Okay. Okay, then I'm using my rapier, so I got a 21.
21 definitely hits. Go ahead, roll damage plus sneak attack.
Okay, yeah. And that's 3d6 now?
I believe it is.
Alright. And my d8. Okay, let's see here. Wasn't very good. 11 points.
11 points of damage. Really? With 3d6 you got 11? Plus the actual rapier damage?
Yeah, I had a 4, a 1, and a 2.
Woof.
And then a 4.
Okay, well,
yeah.
good news is, bonus action if you want to dagger, that would also be at advantage.
Oh, I thought I had a bonus action to get there.
Oh, you did. You're right. Sorry. That's my bad. That's my bad.
Gosh.
So
I was
you
like,
you take your rapier and
yeah.
slice into it, and it's funny. With the 2 slices from the old man, you sort of make a Zorro situation on this guy's chest. He's all right, Adagio.
I'm gonna whip out my new Sword of Redemption and
Okay.
I guess try to get as close as I can.
So
Which would
30
be
feet
the
of
edge
movement
of
would
this
get
map.
you to the edge of the map, which is right where you are right now.
Alright, I will... My extra 30 feet, why not? Just go all the way forward.
All right. 5, 10,
Um,
15, 20, 25, 30 can get you to there if you would like.
I want to be on the other side.
Sure, not a problem. You're right
And then can I
behind
still
this guy
talk
who's
to them?
cowering.
Or,
What would you like to do?
can I just yell, why are we fighting?
Yeah. you yell that, and you see 2 of the scared thugs look at each other, and they seem to be about to say, "I don't know." You still have a bonus action if you want to activate your sword.
Yes, please,
All right.
activate my sword.
So you say, "Why are we fighting?" This radiant bolt of energy lights up, and here you are holding your radiant sword that looks like a lightsaber. All right, Ryu, you're up.
Okay, so all 3 of them are intimidated, right?
Yes, to varying degrees. It seems like 2 of them are significantly intimidated, and one of them is regretting his decisions.
Okay, can I full movement Misty Step if I need to get right in between all 3 of them in that open square?
How far does Misty Step get you?
30 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would get you to here. That's your full movement, and Misty Step would get you to there.
Yep. And then I just want to like kind of look at them all quick and say, so you want to die today?
The 2 who seem to be intimidated look around and they're like, no. Okay, and that brings us to their turn. These 2 are going to immediately drop their weapons and bolt out of there.
Oh, I was
Son
gonna
of a-
I was gonna Misty Step in between all of them. Like,
30 feet would only get you to there, since you had to use your full 30 to get you to the edge of the map.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So these 2 boys rush away. The third one, however, seems he's like regretting his decision, but also is like might as well go down with the ship. He is going to take his mace and make 2 attacks on you, Ilme.
I'm ready.
One's at disadvantage.
One of them is an 18, which I believe hits,
Yeah, that is.
and the other one is an 11, which I believe misses.
Yes, it does.
So that does 7 points of bludgeoning damage as he takes one of his oof, and immediately you feel the blood begin to seep from your cheek as you feel the impact, and the second one you see, and you just dodge out of the way before he can make a second impact. He seems a bit satisfied with himself, and he is now, having got a single punch in, is going to try to run out of there. So you would get an attack opportunity if you would like it.
And I
Go
get
ahead.
attack. Yes, I would. Oh, I got a natural 20!
Yay!
Go ahead
shit,
and
that's a wrap.
roll that
Nice.
damage.
Him.
And
Murder
actually,
his ass.
you can roll sneak attack damage as well because you had an ally within 5 feet. So
Nice.
double the damage
Oh my
on
gosh, that
double the
hit
damage on the rapier and on the sneak attack. He's definitely, but let's roll for fun.
He is dead.
Aha! I was like, if Ilmay didn't do this, I was like, I'm done. He's died. That's it.
Alright, now I gotta add this all up. 14, 18, 25,
Jesus.
Oh,
27, 31, and
dead.
35
he's
points.
dead.
Okay, so funnily enough, just that hit alone could have killed him. So Ilmay, take your moment.
Are we?
Oh man. Okay, well I'm mad that he hit me. And I'm not very happy in general from a previous conversation in the underground, having to use up a lot of my money. So I'm just gonna he's turning around, and I'm like, nope, and I just stab him right through the back, and the rapier goes through
And
his
you
chest.
see, as he begins to make the motion to start to turn around, a motion that you are super tuned into. You know when someone's about to run. You know when someone is a coward. You see him begin to make that move, and you pull it out. You see the blood spray, and he just falls over, dead.
Okay.
Can I instantly
can
run
I-
over
yeah.
to the man?
I was gonna say, can I cast Cure Wounds on him? Because, I don't want us to be murderers.
I was gonna
ask
spare
why
the
we were all
dying.
fighting.
I was gonna spare the dying. Can we
I was just trying to intimidate.
Sure. So you guys can both go over, and what would you guys like to do for the?
Hey, Adagio, let
Yeah.
me cast Aura of Vitality, because then I can also help Ilmay without you having to expend a spell slot.
Adagio's just gonna get mad and stand up and scold Ilme.
Can
And the
I get
crowd.
where I'm close to Ilmay and the dude, and I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality.
All right, you do so.
So they each gain 2d6 back.
Okay.
Where did my d6s go? Oh my god, I lost all my d6s because I was messing with them earlier. I found them. Ilmay, that's 8. And it's 8 for the other dude. I
Oh,
rolled
nice.
2 5s and 2 3s. At
Okay.
separate times.
You send your healing energy out, and it seems like Ilmay's attack was so brutal that he is not getting back up. Using standard rules of if you go over your maximum
Oh, no.
in negative damage, he's dead.
Can I just turn to the guy that we were protecting?
I'm not
and ask why they
casting
were
your
fighting?
Vivify
So I was
on
a little
this
madder than I
fucker.
thought.
Wait, but Adagio is
Yeah,
very
I want to
angry
try and
right
talk
now.
to the old guy.
All sorts of red rage just everywhere.
All right, so one at a
Adagio, I'll
time.
give
But
you
what are you guys doing?
150.
Can I ask the older gentleman why they were about to fight? What happened? Why?
I don't know. It's a bit hard in the city right now with all the damage and such, but I guess they didn't like not getting food, and they thought they could take it from some easy prey. Well, joke's on them.
But they smacked the food out of your hand.
And you see, the food is wrapped, so it is on the street right now, but it's not scattered.
I'll pick up the food and hand it back to him.
Thank you.
I don't know what to say. Hopefully, I understand times are hard, but if this continues to keep up, I guess just don't keep your mouth shut about it. Fill in the city guard or Odella,
Of course.
We're all in this together.
Odella is, I believe, very busy as of late, but if that is what you would like as the saviors of the city and my personal saviors now, it is what I will do.
Okay.
Astor.
What's your name?
Would you like a job?
Hey,
Yeah, what did you do before this? You wield the
thank
sword
you. I
pretty good.
was a soldier in my day, a proud defender of the Athenian alliance.
And the young
My
one next
ward,
to you?
my grandson. He is untrained, but is a fast learner. Do you require work?
You know what? We were just talking about that this morning.
How about you leave us your name and number and we'll get back to you?
I don't know what you mean by number, but I am Astor, and this is Jeman.
Where could we find you at a later time?
Come to Phaeton's mansion later.
Of
I
course.
just had Mountain Dew go up my nose from laughing.
Yes, of course. If you would like to see us, we would be more than happy to visit you.
Cook you a nice meal.
Have a great conversation.
That would be quite nice indeed.
The sacrifice
Woohoo.
to Poseidon.
I think Adagio's gonna like angry cry right now because the city's just in shambles and there's nothing he can really do about it.
All right, so you guys still heading over to the heading inside the orphanage?
I am.
Alrighty. You make your way in. No one stops you. You do see there are some people who seem to be controlling the influx of people in here, but you guys have backstage passes. So you enter and you see they are congregating people in one area of the building for the soup kitchen-esque element here, but they direct you to a different area for the actual orphanage. You see a human woman with long brown hair tied into a sensible braid down her back as you guys approach. She goes, hello, I was told you're looking for orphans?
Not particularly. I'm just gonna like extend my hand and introduce myself. Hi, I'm Adagio. My family runs Ari and Elle's home for orphans and lost children in Gildor. And as you can imagine, this city is in chaos and all this good stuff. And I just missing my mom and home, so I wanted to like give my services to you guys here.
Of course. Well, I am Cassandra. I have been running this orphanage for a dozen years now. Is there anything in particular I can help you with?
No, I wanted to help you.
Oh,
I like watching children sometimes.
Labor.
I'm sorry.
Like I see you guys are busy with the soup kitchen. I wanna like either help babysit the children while you guys are all doing your thing. I can help on the soup kitchen. I just really love children. Like I'm like ready to like sit down with a lyre on my lap and just like play with the kids.
Of course. It would be an honor. The children up here, you can watch them or play music for them. Of course, they could use some sunshine now. Of course.
Literally, me, a ball of sunshine. Yeah, we'll go upstairs and start playing the lyre for the little children, like telling them stories of Delphi and my father, because that's all I know.
Go ahead and make a performance check for me.
Advantage? Question mark?
Are you proficient with performance?
Let's find out. Where would I go?
Why are you humming Centuries by Fall Out Boy?
Some legends are told. You never know. Where's my proficiencies?
In your skills?
Okay, sorry, I'm new to this.
New to
You said
D&D.
performance?
Yeah, performance.
Yeah, I have a little +3. Does that count? Is that what's happening?
Is the
I have a little
circle
black dot
filled
next to
in?
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So that means you're
Yes.
proficient. So because you are also playing an instrument that you are proficient with, you can have the roll with advantage.
Oh, yes. Hoo-hoo. Let's put on a performance, little ones. Wow, I did not roll well. It's like a 15 in total.
Okay. It's not your best performance you've ever done, but with your sheer like star quality that you have in this town, you see these kids are like looking at you like you are the best thing that they've ever seen. And they seem to love these stories of Apollo. You get the sense they hear a lot about Apollo, but refreshing to hear it from his own flesh and blood.
Okay, when I
anything else
see
you guys
that
would like to
they're
do?
like...
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
When I see that they're getting a little bored of the Apollo, I'm gonna start telling stories about Artemis, since I also know those.
All right, will do.
While this is happening...
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Can I go up there whenever Adagio is doing this and start like druid crafting flowers for the kids just out of nowhere?
For sure. I'll say you guys can all be up there and put on a fucking show for these kids. You are rock stars to them. You're already the saviors of the city, but now you're like cool.
And then I'm gonna ask the...
Wait.
It's the same building, yes. It's a different area of the building.
I'm gonna ask her about fights breaking out in the soup kitchen, if that's like a regular thing that they've been dealing with.
Well, this soup kitchen is a new thing. We just began it this morning due to...
Oh yeah, that's right.
Obviously, necessity. There is not enough food to go around to everyone who would like it, so we are being forced to ration and prioritize different demographics of people, and in all honesty, there have not been a ton of fights or violence of any sort, but, there are always going to be the people who take advantage of situations in that way, and there's not much we can do. We don't exactly have manpower for it, but I also hope that this is a temporary problem.
Me too.
Is there not enough food?
It's just a matter of lots of people all at once losing their homes. But Odella is on it. It's on her long list of responsibilities currently. So eventually it will be solved.
Heard.
Could I
So
use a disguise kit?
And do what?
Make myself look like an old man.
Okay. Go ahead. Are you proficient with your disguise kit?
I believe so. Let me double check for you. Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and make a dexterity check with proficiency to see how well you can put on this fake hair and the wrinkles and the prosthetics and that kind of thing.
Natural 16 plus my +2 to dexterity. Would I add my proficiency bonus to that?
Yes, plus proficiency.
Okay. So 21.
21. Yeah, you do
add proficiency.
Yeah.
I have +3.
Come on, man. So you do a fairly good job. Your body is still the body of, a 20-something boy, but you are able to disguise your face and augment your hair color a bit to make it look like you're 60, 65 around there.
Okay. And then I guess I'll just step outside and kind of keep an eye on the whole soup kitchen aspect, make sure no more fights break out.
All right.
Hopefully this is a good enough disguise where people won't recognize me and, understand that there's a watchful eye on him.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I like how I said watchful eye because he's only using one. Sorry. Perception check.
Yeah.
That's a 19 plus 1, so 20.
20. All right. You're keeping a close eye. You are training yourself to see any sort of potential threats. None currently, though. Alexios,
I
you're
think
saying
we should
something?
head over to
Oh, sorry. You can go ahead, Adagio.
Odella's. That's it. That's what I was gonna say.
Thoughts?
As I'm walking out, can I say, "Hey, look, your parents," and then,
Oh
Can I
my
slap
god!
him?
Before
Can I
he
hit
can
him
say
with the
this,
hilt?
can I like
Start
slam my
sprinting
hand
after
over his
that.
mouth? Like no.
I will say, Anura and Ryujin make just a straight dexterity check.
shit.
Fuck, dude. Just straight dex.
Just straight dex.
Oh, that's a 10. I'm about to get fucked up.
That's a 13.
Son
So
of a bitch.
you see Ryujin mouthing these words, and you see the expression on his face is that like shit-eating grin that you know he's about to say something super super stupid. So what are you doing?
As soon as I see him do it, I'm just gonna shake my head no, roll my eyes, and like slam my hand over his mouth and go, "I swear to God, if you say it, I will guiding bolt you to death, and I will not let Adagio cast Revivify. You will
Okay,
die."
okay. I won't say it. I won't say that.
Oh my god.
Can I just keep my hand over his mouth this whole time, like as we walk out?
Yeah. So Ryujin is watching the outside, and you are watching Ryujin.
Can I slowly take out my lyre then?
Sure.
What are
I'd
you
like
gonna
to
do?
I'd like to play a little jangle. And the words, "Hey, look, your parents," floating in the sky.
It's a bit out of the effect of the instrument of illusions. It's a bit too complex for the instrument.
Thank God.
What if it's damn, no. Alright, I give up.
No, yeah.
I tried.
All right. So eventually, you guys all congregate outside after you've spent some significant time with the kids, and Adagio suggests going to Adela.
I just want to let you know the amount of Batman jokes I've had to like hold
Why-
back is insane. Okay.
Why do you want to go to Adela's? Adagio.
Well, there's a lot of things to fix about the city, but there should be something we could do. Like maybe we could help send message to like neighboring towns or like cities who can like lend us food, or we can go off and buy food and like transport it over, or we can, I don't know, stay vigilant over the town. Maybe Odella just has something that we could do for her.
We have an excuse to buy the wagon if we're going to cart food around.
Okay.
How much gold would it take to, let's say, feed like, a fair amount of people for a while the city is being rebuilt?
I mean, it wouldn't cost. I mean, it depends. It all depends on how many people you want to feed, obviously. But it really comes down to a supply issue, probably, not a money issue.
Is there somewhere with like seeds?
Probably. Make an investigation check.
Can I help?
Okay.
Can I investigate with them?
Sure.
Little Honora.
Sure.
Woohoo! Gotcha. Does Elme know anything about seeds in the town?
It's an investigation, right?
Yeah.
Can I do math today? It's a 16.
16.
It's a natural 10.
You don't know for sure, but if seeds were going to be anywhere, they'd probably be with the herbalism shop that Shauna runs.
Okay, before I go there, if I go and get a bunch of seeds, can I cast Druidcraft to like make them start growing immediately, basically?
I don't know. Let me double check the specifics of the spell, because I know that's not what it's designed for.
Yeah,
But-
the specifics are why I'm scared, because I'm not sure.
Let me double check the actual language here. You can instantly make a seed pod open or a leaf bud bloom. So yes, you could, but the spell specifies a seed, so you'd have to cast Druidcraft on each individual seed, which might take some time.
I'm fine with it
We
taking
could find
some
other
time.
druids.
It's a cantrip, so like a bunch of druids together, we could do a lot.
It's true. So you guys gonna head back to the Whispers to go to Shauna, or you want to visit Odella first?
Can we
We can split
split up?
Sure. Who's going where?
Well, I'm of
Odella's.
course going to Shauna's.
Honor's
I'll
not
go
going with me.
Dallas.
I'm the druid. What do I do? I'm the one who's casting
I'll go with
druidcraft.
Honora.
All right. So Ilme and Anura are going to Shauna's, and the boys are going to Odella. Is that right? All right.
Boys.
I will say here, this feels like a good sort of moment to take our break. So we will come back to this moment in 15-ish minutes, 15, 20 minutes. All of you guys watching, thank you for watching up to this point. We will be back in 15, 20 minutes. We're going to play that recap video for you again. If you are a latecomer and you don't know what's going on, it may help you a bit. And we'll be back very soon. Go ahead and take your pee break, do whatever you got to do. See ya! And we're back.
Sorry.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you guys for sticking around to this second half of the show. Let me get some music back up in here. So, last we left off, the party was splitting up. Some of you going to Shauna's herbalism shop to try to get some seeds to potentially grow some more food here in Delphi, while the other half of you were going to Odella the Wise, the now sort of partial leader of the city. So let's start with that one. So Adagio, Alexios, Ryujin, you guys are very close to the Light's Eye, Odella's school, from the orphanage. So it doesn't take you long to get there. You see, there is a bustle of activity, and you're used to seeing a bustle of activity around the Light's Eye. You're used to seeing lots of students training and classes happening, all that sort of thing. And that's not really what you're seeing now. You're mostly seeing people coming in, coming out, all seeming to have problems that need to be solved. But you actually see, not even in the underground actual building portion, you see up on the surface level where they are usually doing outside exercises and such, you see Odella surrounded by people, all seeming to have requests and that sort of thing. But you guys can join that group if you would like.
Can I? Wow, that sounds overwhelming.
It's a bit overwhelming.
I'm looking around to see if I see.
Go ahead, Alexios.
Oh, do I see like a parent?
A parent?
Or no, the guy, crossbow guy.
Oh,
fighter,
Perrin.
he's
Perrin.
with us,
Go ahead and make a perception check.
yeah. Well,
The chat is saying that they can only see Sammy.
Yep, I just forgot to change the screen, but we should be good now.
While he's looking, can I?
I'm sorry, I forgot perception.
Alexios?
Go ahead. Perception 12.
13. You don't see
13?
him currently, but he is a halfling, so he could be in the crowd somewhere that you can't see. But it doesn't look like there are many students that are surrounding Odella currently. This seems to be outsiders.
I want to use my thaumaturgy to speak over the crowd.
Okay. You make your voice project. What are you going to say?
Everyone, please calm down. Odella will get to you in an orderly fashion. And then, attempt to make my way through the crowd as I'm, saying this.
Everyone looks at you, and about half of them split off and start asking for your attention as you try to make your way to Odella. You do eventually make your way there. She says, "Hello, sorry for the craziness. What can I help you with?"
I was actually hoping to help you. You seem to have a lot on your hand, and I'll look at the crowd and be like...
Yes, actually, that would be a miracle. Thank you. There is just so much to do right now, and obviously, Lord Pythonis is just focusing on his party, so I'm sort of doing this by myself. Oh, would you mind? It's not really the most pressing thing, but it is something that you guys could help me with. There is a man that is being held by General Fang in the Justice Center. He is not a criminal, perhaps. He is a man who is seeking asylum in our city. He came yesterday before the battle. Obviously, things were a bit hectic then, so we didn't make a final decision. But he is there under General Fang's protection, needing asylum. However, it is a judgment call, as it is not exactly a black and white situation.
Yeah, I got you. Why not? Let's go.
Be warned. She stops you. He is potentially dangerous. It will be up to you to figure out if he is actually dangerous or if we could help him.
Can I take a long rest before we go over?
You can do whatever you would like. It's not something that needs to be handled today, but he has already been in holding for over 24 hours, so the sooner the better.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go right over. What did you say this person's name was?
His name is Tyron.
Tyron?
Tyron, yes. And until we know for sure if he is dangerous, just keep your wits about you. He is a self-professed werewolf.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
He seems friendly, but do be careful.
We're gonna go check that out. I'll be back to you. Let me know if I can do anything else when I come back.
Of course, thank you. Yes, you. And she's immediately back to work.
That poor woman.
Oh. Before we leave, can I shout to her? Can you tell Perrin to find
yes,
us?
I'll send him to you.
I guess I'm heading to General Fang's holding.
All right. So let us zip over to Shauna's. So Anura, Ilmay, you guys head back to Shauna's. Ilmay, you for the second time today. But she looks up as you approach the elven woman. Yes, what can I do for you?
Do you have any seeds for, like, growing food? I want to see how I can help the city any.
I do. I mostly specialize in flowers and aromatics and that sort of thing, but I do have some olive seeds, cucumber seeds, that sort of thing.
Oh man, I really should.
What's happening?
You really should have what?
Yeah.
No, I said I really wish I was with you guys now instead of...
Is there any way I can get these seeds so I can try and help grow food for the people of Delphi?
Yes, of course. Each bag of seeds has around 5 to 10 seeds, and they're a silver apiece, so...
How many bags do you have?
Of which? Do you want any sort of flowers, anything like that, or purely food?
Purely food.
Alright, I can get you about a gold's worth of cucumber and a gold's worth of olive.
Is that all you have as far as food?
Currently, I tend not to hold much that I can't use in my herbal remedies and such. Unless you want to eat some aloe.
I mean, you can, but I don't think that would be very good for the people of Delphi to have to do.
Of course.
Do you know anywhere else I can get more? Of course, I'm going to take those as well. I'll buy those from you, but
Of course.
Is there anywhere else I can get more?
Not that I'm aware of. I suppose there are probably gardens throughout the city, but most are privately owned.
Okay. Well, I am going to go ahead and buy what you have then.
Alright, so that's 2 gold worth.
Okay.
And you get 1 gold's worth of cucumber seeds and 1 gold's worth of olive seeds.
Okay.
Which is
am I
about
going
10
to need
bags.
to find, like... Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Am I going to need somewhere that I can plant these?
Yeah. I mean, with your druidcraft, you can cause them to bud, but you can't cause them to, like, grow and bear fruit.
Yeah, because I can get them to start growing quicker is all I can do.
Right. You can push them along.
Can I... I guess, can I... Okay, I'm gonna ask her, is there anywhere you know that I can, like, plant these?
Well, there are farms in the towns near us, and Dolistan is a farming community. But in the city grounds, there's not much public land that is allocated for it. But if you have some sort of privately owned land and you can make a deal with whoever owns it, then certainly there are patches of land that you can grow things on.
Okay. Where would some of those be?
That I don't know. There are usually gardens attached to certain dwellings, but that is the majority of it.
Okay, I'm going to thank her and then leave.
All right.
While we're in the Whispers, I wanted to find the person that gave us the blood glass. I forgot.
Yep. Let me
who
pull
that
up her
was.
name because I don't have it handy. Hold on. Whispers. Blah 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 blah. Balthasa, Enchanter Balthasa. Yes.
Yes. We're in the Whispers. I would like to try and find Enchanter Balthasa really quick. Pull Anura aside and be like, hey, I want to speak to Enchanter Balthasa real quick. Do you mind if we try and find her real quick? Literally talking to you, Anura.
Sorry, I am trying to get something figured out for... Sorry, I just blanked completely. I'm fine with... I'm fine with going to find Enchanter Balthasa. I can go with you, I cannot. It's up to you if you want me to go with you or not.
I don't
Okay,
care,
I
you
wanna
can
make...
tag along. I just have
I'll
a question.
go with you.
All right. So, Ilme, you can make an investigation check with advantage to try to find her.
Okay. I got
24.
a 24.
So, you ask around to a couple people, and it's very sort of well known where she is. It seems like most of the powerful mages in the city have been spending most of their time up in the former Archmage Nadar's office, trying to go through his stuff, trying to investigate what they can. So you guys head up the stairs of the central tower in the Whispers. And you do see there are several people here in the office. It's been partially cleared out at this point, but you do find the Dragonborn mage currently like on her hands and knees looking through the burned out fireplace. And she goes, "Ah, yes. What is it I can do for you?"
Hey, question for you. You gave us that blood glass
Aye.
to hold the link in. I was curious, first off, where'd you get it?
Well,
And
blood
where
glass
could I
is
get
native to
some?
only one place on Gaia, the Blood Shore. It's extremely hard to find it anywhere else, as that is the only source for the material. If you find it elsewhere, it'll be significantly more expensive.
Okay. Do you know if anybody's
In
selling
Delphi,
any of it?
I haven't heard of anyone. In the Blood Shore, it is their biggest export.
Okay. And,
Oh,
how
not
far
far,
away is
several
the Blood
days,
Shore?
but right down the
Can I
road.
just, can I just look over at Ilma and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, cool.
Not say it out loud, just like the...
Oh, I just had a quick
I'd say it's
question.
about probably a 3-4 days
Okay,
ride
cool.
east.
Say ride?
Yeah, on horseback.
Okay.
Or on foot if you'd prefer.
Okay, and then how... So if I go to the Bloodshore, can I just like find it myself, or do I have to actually go and have somebody get it for me?
They only sell to citizens of the Athenian Alliance, which you are. So that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
It is still expensive, granted. But yes, you could feasibly just buy it from the forge.
Okay, cool.
Of course.
That's all I needed. Thanks for the information. If you're looking for any like little traps and stuff that Nadar found, I'd go check out that bookshelf over there. I don't know if we told them about it.
Thank you very much. We are perusing, if you will.
Okay.
We have found some burned scraps of notes in the fireplace. If that's interesting to you.
Can we get those?
Are they
They're,
legible?
Bits and pieces here and there. They haven't been able to complete them, but here, and she hands you a pile of like singed corners and bits of parchment. It's like a puzzle where you only have like a fourth of the pieces.
Can we still try and piece it together though?
Yeah. If you guys want to take some time and just like lay this on the floor and try to piece together what you can, go ahead and make an intelligence check. Just a straight intelligence check.
Ooh, I'll take that.
Each of us, or can one have advantage?
Both of you or one of you can take advantage.
What is your modifier on intelligence? Okay.
Nora, you can have advantage. Mine's a 3.
Yeah, mine's
I think
a
yours
4.
is a 4, right?
So with advantage, I'm gonna
With
give
advantage,
myself.
yeah.
I'm gonna give
I'll give you
myself
advantage.
guidance.
Sure.
19 + 4 is 23, and then plus a d4. I got a 4 on that, so 27.
Okay. It does take some time because you certainly do not have all the pieces you would need to make a coherent thought, but it is certainly written in Nadar's handwriting, and for all intents and purposes, it looks like a list of the Titans. You can definitely make out most of Mnemosyne's name, and you can make out a few of the other Titans' names. It seems like he was writing down the names of the Titans and what they were, like Titan of Memory, Titan of Time, etc., etc., etc. You definitely don't have the complete list, but you can understand enough to sort of piece together what probably is there. But there is something at the bottom of the list, and again, you don't have the entire message, but it's something that seems separate from the list that ends in a question mark.
But we don't know what it is.
You don't have the piece. It seems that most of it's been burned away. You just have like the corner of the page. It looks like a TER question mark, and that's it.
Oh no. Can I help look and see if there's any more pieces in the fireplace?
Make an investigation check.
And I'll give myself guidance again. So that's 13. 17?
17. You search for a while, and then you do see what looks like a small scrap of paper. It's almost impossible to see because the ash has coated one side of it, but as you sort of peel it away, you see that the underside is still parchment colored. It doesn't look like it is the piece that like fits with that other piece, but it does look like it has some writing on it in Nadar's handwriting. It looks like part of a word that is underlined, and you see the letters LTURA underlined.
Okay. Can I ask Enchantress Balfassa if that means anything to her? Like if it rings a bell, maybe?
I can't say it does. I'll do some research on it, but without what looks like the rest of the word, there's not much to go on, but I'll try.
Okay.
All right. So the three of you who visit Odelia, you guys are all heading to General Fang's to check out this werewolf?
I am definitely heading out.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. And I'll say this puzzle that the others are taking is going to take a while, so it will probably just be you three going to General Fang. Adagio?
Are werewolves a thing? Like, would Adagio, like, I don't know. I've ever heard stories about werewolves in the Athens.
Make a history check.
History. I'm good at that one, I think.
You are well read.
Is this an out loud conversation?
I'll probably like turn to you guys and be like, "Have you ever heard of werewolves around?" Why? To have a +0 on history.
You are not good at that one, apparently.
Yeah, you guys can
I
both
do
rack
one?
your memory and try to see if you've heard of werewolves and stuff. I mean, you know of
Yeah,
werewolves.
I have a -2
Yeah,
for history, so definitely not on my end.
Yes,
You said history.
My +0. I'm hoping Alexia rolled high.
19.
Okay.
Oh, thank
Adagio?
God. I rolled an 8.
19.
Okay, so you guys, Ryujin and Adagio, you know of werewolves. Like, everyone's heard of werewolves. You get the concept of a werewolf. It is someone who can turn into a wolf. Alexios, you've spent a little more time looking at, like, what the illness is itself. You know that werewolves are just one type of lycanthropes, that there are lots of things. There are were-rats, there are were-tigers, etc. Werewolves do have a particular stigma to them. They tend to be fairly aggressive in stories and myths and stuff. They tend to be the villains of those stories. It is said that they have some significant control over when they transform. They can either transform into a wolf itself or into a sort of hybrid wolf-man situation. But also that transformation is harder to control on the full moon. They are generally not welcome in most societies, as at least in the stories that you've read. The stories always say that there's a secret werewolf that's been eating the villagers, and then they discover who the werewolf is, and they kill the werewolf, or they cast him out, or whatever. So they're certainly not a common thing to hear about. But you do know, especially you, Alexios, you were reading these stories specifically to learn stuff about weaponry and armor and that sort of thing, that they are particularly susceptible to silvered weapons. That they are fairly resilient to most things, but silver has a way of cutting through their skin in a way that most other materials can't.
All right.
Absolutely.
I'm going to relay that to the others.
What's my trident made of again?
Not silver.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so just so
Would
you guys
any
know,
of us-
silvered is like an actual property of a weapon. So unless you have a silvered weapon, your weapon's not made of silver.
What about my like mirror?
No.
Like a silver mirror, I just like smashed his head.
Nah. I mean, your silver pieces are made of silver.
I'll pelt him with my pieces.
It's okay. We're
All
just
right,
gonna
so
go
you guys
suss
make
them
your
out.
way back to
Yeah,
the defense
we-
center.
Like, took the silver pieces you had, gave them to Alexios, and he made us like a silver dagger.
It is possible.
It's going to be fine.
So you guys make your way back to the defense center. It's the same building that is currently housing Caro and the Anvil Arm. You guys get there. You see it is guarded by 2 more Delphian soldiers who put their hands up. And what is it that you would like in this building?
I am speaking to some people. We were sent by Odella.
For what purpose?
Summon Carl because
I remember.
I need a priest. And then she sent us to see, what was this guy's name? I just wrote it down too. Tyron. We're here to make the decision on Tyron.
Well, follow me. Which would you like to do first?
I'd like to see Carl first. Well, these 2 could head down to Tyron if they want, but I would like to see Carl.
We would prefer if we kept you all in one group.
I'll go with
All right,
fire,
off to Sunman it is.
All right, so you guys gain entry into the building, head down the stairs into the cells, the row of cells. And once again, you find yourselves face to face with the gnomish figure of Sunman Karo in his cell, still in his monk/priest robes. He looks at you. Aye, it's good to see a face.
A face. Oh no. How have they been treating you, Caro?
Oh, all things considered, it's been fine. If anything, it's been penance for whatever it is I've done.
Very true. Well, I mean, I guess that wasn't your fault. When is your trial set to? Oh, wow.
I don't know. They haven't told me. I don't know if it's been set. I know Odella has lots of things on her plate, and we only have half a council, so I don't quite know, unfortunately.
I still don't believe you belong behind these bars.
I appreciate your faith, and I have faith in Apollo that eventually I will be free of these bars, and until that day, it could be far worse than being here where it's safe. I'm sure there are people on the streets of this city who would not take kindly to the man who killed the archpriest.
Sad tear. You know how I'm sure Phaeton had them too. Visions where he, like, our father would visit us in our sleep.
He would tell me about that, yeah.
I had one literally last night, and Phaeton and my father obviously visited me in them, but we were attacked by Mnemosyne through my mind, which is a very strange. This is the first time Alexa and Ryojin are hearing this too.
For sure. This is Alexa and Ryojin, this is brand new information to you.
It was a bit upsetting, as you can imagine, and I'm not sure what to do with first Mnemosyne, and then my connection with my father. Like, I wouldn't want to endanger him in any way.
Well, I certainly have no concrete answers for you, as I don't know how Titan's power works necessarily, but I will say Mnemosyne is a very powerful figure, and is also, if the storybooks are correct, a quite dark figure. I don't know if she would be able to actually affect Apollo in that sort of dream state, but I wouldn't like to risk it. It could be that she was merely trying to scare you or him or intimidate. I don't know. Or she could have been actually trying to attack him. In either case, keep that Titan far away from you.
Oh. You don't have any, like, advice on what I should do with this thing?
I mean, drop it back in Tartarus?
How would I do that?
I don't know. I've never experienced this before.
Fine. Okay, I'll take this in the opposite direction. Because before this Titan attacked me, I wanted to feel closer to my father. And I know you're, like, a priest at his temple. Are there, like, journeys, trials, things I could do? You know how people's, like, vows of silence and all that to feel closer to their gods?
Of course.
Yeah,
there's...
like,
Everyone's journey with Apollo is different. For instance, your half-brother, Phaeton, he came to Apollo after the disaster of his youth, after hubris caused him to burn the earth. And so his journey was one of redemption. His journey was one of finding humility in his god. I don't know what your journey is with your god, but go forth and understand the lessons that he needs you to learn. And you always have a place here in this city. You are its savior, and you are the son of its patron. So, if anything, you are more qualified to tell me what to do than I am to tell you.
Can I hug him through the bars?
You can do your best. It's not a very comforting hug, but it's like clink, clink, clink.
I will always hug people. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna say bye to Caro, and then randomly met. Oh, I want to ask him. Has he heard anything weird about this other prisoner? I forgot his name again. Tyron.
No, they don't exactly tell me much. I'm not really in the loop.
You don't hear any like gossip as they're walking by?
I did hear about a werewolf, but he's not a prisoner, I don't think.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's who we're off to go see.
Oh, be careful. Although, if you can handle a titan, I'm sure you can handle a werewolf.
I will come back for you, Caro.
I appreciate your support. I do.
And then we'll walk away.
Alexios?
Before we leave, can I just ask Caro, when you do get free, do you know what you do next?
Well, Delphi is my home. I was born and raised here. If the town would have me, I would like to go back to my post and be a priest of Apollo. I don't know how realistic that is. I don't know what the opinion of the people will be, how they will take to me or not. But the thought of coming back to that temple and leading prayer where Phaeton led prayer, that is something that is keeping me going in this place.
If they don't accept you, would you consider
Of course,
working
it would be
with
the
us?
least I could do.
We're gonna do the best we can to get you back to where you need to be, but if that doesn't happen, I want you to know that you have a place with us.
Very kind of you. Thank you.
I'm just gonna
So if
like lean over
Phaeton
to Ryujin and be like, is he trying to get Sunman Caro to clean our toilets?
It looks like it.
A priest would be helpful
I don't know
anywhere.
what's going on. I'm just a silent observer in this part.
Alright, so you guys would like to go see the werewolf?
Yes, werewolves.
Alright, so the guards lead you back up the stairs out of the cell block and bring you to what looks more like a series of rooms that are designed for holding or investigations or meetings or that sort of thing. Before they let you in, they just go, "Do be warned, he is restrained but still can be dangerous, so keep your wits about you, yes?"
Wait, I want to go in first. What have you guys learned from him since he's been here?
Well, he claims he is from Endola's stand. He says he was accused of a murder that he did not commit, but that seems to be committed by a werewolf. He said he wants nothing more than to go back to his home, but that seems out of the question at the moment, and so he would like safety within our walls. I don't know why I said that all in Caro's voice, but pretend I said it in his voice.
And do you know if he's a werewolf, or do you just assume he's a werewolf?
Well, he does seem to be a bit affected by the silver shackles that we put on him.
Alrighty. Let's do this.
And they open the door for you. It's a fairly bare room. There's a table, there's a chair. They seem to have brought in some little cot and a pillow for him to sleep on. And you see a man. He doesn't look much older than you. He's probably in his early 20s. A human man, tanned skin from long days in the sun, short auburn hair, freckles along his nose line, heavy bags under his eyes. His clothing is dirty, somewhat ripped, somewhat bloody, grass stains, dirt stains. And you see attaching his wrists are shackles made of silver. And you can even, just from walking in the room, you can see the skin underneath these shackles is a bit red and irritated. He looks up as you guys enter. Hi?
Can we say that I cloaked the many fashions into a priest-like cloak?
Sure, so you're still wearing your normal clothes, but you have a priest cloak on
Yeah.
your back. Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to put my hands in front of me and be like, I am from the Sun Center's temple and I've come to pray for you.
Oh, okay, sure.
Would you like to tell me your name?
I'm Tyron.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Tyron. I'm gonna like extend my hand and be like, I'm Geo.
You see him like get momentarily restrained by the chain, but he attempts to shake your hand as well as he can. It's got
Okay, then I'll
calloused
slightly
skin,
closer.
calloused palms.
I'm asking him to sit. Please, get comfortable.
As comfortable as I can, I guess. He sits.
I suppose. So why don't you tell me about your journey here, Tyron?
Well, I grew up in Endola's Stand. Lived there my whole life. I worked on my parents' farm. And then 3 days ago, there was some sort of murder. A high-ranking government official, the coin master, I think. And anyway, I obviously wasn't the culprit, but there was a witness to the murder. One of the coin master's servants or maids or something, and she said that she saw a human silhouette slitting his throat, and then when the silhouette saw that there was a witness, the silhouette transformed into a wolf-like silhouette and tried to attack her. She ran out. She called for help. People came. By the time they searched the house, the murderer was gone. And there was this big manhunt trying to find this secret werewolf. And, well, I've been a werewolf my whole life. As far as I can remember, my parents said that I was bitten as a child, as a toddler, so I haven't known anything besides this life, but my parents raised me to be good. My parents raised me to control myself. That's why they kept me on the farm. That's why I work in the fields. I try not to do anything that would make people suspect or make people fear me. But then everyone kept searching for a secret werewolf, and I'm probably the only werewolf in town, so my mother, I don't blame her, but she ratted me out, and she told the governor that I was the werewolf, and she didn't seem to believe that it wasn't me, and everything happened all at once. There was a mob after me, a mob after my parents. They burned our farm. I think they captured my parents for questioning or something. I don't know. I ran into the hills and I tried to lose them, and eventually they turned around. But I was out in the wilderness for, I don't know, a whole day. And then once I was confident that I lost them, I knew I couldn't go back, so I came here. I figured big city, big strong walls, maybe they could help. So I came and I asked for safety. And of course I came on the day of a dragon attack. So they locked me in here. They told me they'd make a decision later, and here I am.
Can I insight check him?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Both of you can make insight checks.
Him? Can I help?
I lost my dice.
22?
22.
How you dropped it? I have a +6, so 21.
Okay, both pretty high. He is a bit hard to read, and he seems like he's going through a lot right now. You're catching him like at the end of significant trauma, but you don't get the sense that he's telling you anything untrue. He seems sort of as confused as you about the series of events, but he does at least seem confident in his innocence.
How far away is your?
Oh, it's not far. It's
Town.
about a day's ride northeast of here.
What day did it happen on? Was it a full moon? No, probably not, right?
He did say it was 3 days ago, which, to your memory, was a full moon. Yeah.
Oh. And you normally transform on a full moon, don't you?
He seems to react in a way that's like, he's a bit uncomfortable with the question. He's like, it's harder to control myself on a full moon. Yeah. But that's how I know I didn't do it, because in preparation for the full moon, I always lock myself away. I lock myself in my room. And when I woke up the next morning, the lock was still on the door. I didn't break it down.
So many things are happening. He seems like a cool guy. I like him. Can I cast Detect Evil and Good on him?
Go ahead. Let me look at the
first level spells.
The specifics of the spell here. Detect Evil and Good, which would allow you to detect an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you. He is none of those things.
That's sad.
Yeah.
See, I want to believe this person, but I don't know, man. I mean, it seems like if what he's telling us is true, then he didn't do it. However, we also have no way of validating or proving what he's saying is correct.
Sorry, are you guys in charge of deciding if I can stay here?
I am a key component as a proud member of my church.
Well, yeah, I mean, anything I can do to help you guys, if you need proof. I mean, I can't go back to the town, but, I mean, I know I didn't kill that guy, which means that somebody did.
Somebody else did. Okay, so we're going to look at your story, gather information. You said it's a days away, so we could easily make the travel. We will look into this. I do want to believe you at this point. I want to say, you know, Apollo has guided you to us, and my father is very big on signs, so I'm gonna help you out here.
Thank you. That means a lot, and I know I'm already asking you for a lot, but if you can find out anything about if my parents are okay, that would mean a lot.
Understood.
Are you comfortable?
I mean, I
here?
could do without the silver shackles, but at least it's not technically a cell. They feed me, you know.
Can I, like, sidebar with Ryujin and Alexio?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys can sort of go into the corner, like, look over at him and then whisper.
Because if we leave him here, and he didn't do it, then I guess, like, the only bad thing is that he was in jail for, like, a couple days, which sucks. But if he did do it, and we released him, then we'd be releasing a murder werewolf on Delphi in its time of, like, devastation.
Fair.
He's eating. I mean, everybody else is safe. I mean, we could bargain to get the shackles removed, but I'm figuring.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Him a couple days in, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say we somehow get the guards to unshackle him. We'll inform Odella that we'll make the decision in a few days' time, and then gather as much information as we can.
Okay.
Right. Sounds good.
So you communicate that to the guards. They go ahead and make a persuasion check on the guards. Adagio, if he's the one talking. Sure.
Can I help?
Take advantage, Adagio.
Oh, yay. Let's grab a second one. We said persuasion.
Yes.
You. That'll be a 13 in total.
13. They definitely don't look like they particularly want to remove the silver shackles from the werewolf. They say, we would be open to the idea if we had some sort of reassurance that he is not violent. But for now, the shackles stay on.
We aren't reassurance enough.
He could be very deceptive. If there is hard proof, then that would be a different story.
What if I bribe the guards? What if I'm like, a couple...
Like what? You don't know anything.
A couple gold pieces can go a long way, my friend.
Are you gonna bribe him?
Oh god, I don't want to. Damn. This poor guy. Do I have any spells prepared for this? I do not. Oh, I'm a poor cleric. Fine, whatever. I guess this poor guy's just gonna be shackled.
Words about pride, I can't help.
Alright.
What? You...
What if I sidebar if you guys?
I'd give him some
Sidebar again.
Should we bribe the guards? Should we bribe the guards?
Definitely not.
Ah. Anora's the voice of reason.
I mean, that's
I
fair,
mean,
but
what
that
are
just
they
sounds
gonna
like
do?
a bad
Put us in
idea,
jail?
You know?
Well,
'Cause
this
either
poor guy is
worst
in
case-
pain.
Worst case scenario, nothing's really gonna happen to us. They're just gonna say no, and then we're gonna look dishonorable because we tried to bribe them. We're supposed to be
Okay, fine.
the heroes of Delphi.
I'm gonna go back in this shell and
ish people.
cure wound
Kind.
his hands or something.
I mean, is it really upstanding to leave that guy in silver
Is it
shackles when
upstanding
they
to try
obviously
and
hurt?
bribe
Ooh.
guards?
What if I gave him my leather braces and he just wore them where the shackles would be, so that they weren't directly touching his skin,
You can do that.
and then cure wound him. Heard.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm
so
gonna
they
go
are
back in
they
and
are
be
lace
like,
up bracers. So yeah, so it takes a bit of finagling to get them under the shackles, but he is more than happy to help you however he can. It takes a while, but you do manage to get the bracers tied and secured underneath the shackles. Give him a little cure wounds. He seems visibly a bit relieved. The feeling isn't completely gone, but it's certainly better than when you found him. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you so much. What is your name? Gio?
Yeah, sure. For Adagio.
Hi. Thank you for everything you and your friends are doing.
Of course.
But
I bet there's
I
more
will-
we could do at the time, but
I will say, if you are going to Endola's stand to try to find who did this, be careful. There's someone dangerous at large.
I have a game plan. It's cool.
Okay. Alright, so you guys can exit the Justice Center, which would be around the time that Ilme and Nora, you guys are finishing your puzzle in the Whispers. You guys are at completely different ends of the city, so what would any of you guys like to do?
I would like to head to the herbalist.
Okay,
That's where
so
I remember them going off to.
Sure. So you guys begin making your way to the Whispers. I'll say if Anura and Ilme are sort of trying to make their way somewhat back toward the center of town, you can find each other somewhere in the Whispers.
That works.
Yada, yada, yada.
I'm gonna ask, what did you guys get?
Can I? I was gonna say, can I go get a beat?
Can you get a what?
Can I try and go get a beat on some silver weapons?
Yeah, I mean,
That's what we're
talking to
going
the Blackhand twins, they can start making you some stuff if you have specific items in mind.
Some silver-tipped arrows would be nice.
Yeah, I need some crossbow bolts, possibly
All
a
right,
couple
you guys, you can like
daggers.
put the order in. It would be pay upon delivery essentially, but they would be making these from scratch, so it will take a bit.
Is there a way that I
How
could
long?
have them, like, put basically silvered tips on the end of my trident?
They probably could do that, yeah.
Okay.
I would say to get the trident, 2 silver daggers, 5 crossbow bolts, and 5 arrows. All of that would probably and a
And can I
silver
get a
sword.
sword?
What kind of sword?
Uh,
And a silvered short sword.
sure.
I'll say.
One second.
Let's see. Let's do some math. 5 bolts, 5 arrows, 1 trident, 1 short sword. Is that it? Am I missing something? Oh, 2 daggers. That would be probably 2 days' work.
Oh, goddess. Okay.
Shit. Okay, take out the trident. Never mind.
If I helped. If I helped,
It would.
cut
With
down
all
time
3 of
any?
you working on it, you could probably get it done in a day. If that's what you do for the rest of the day.
Ooh. Yeah. I can get us ready for.
Alrighty.
I guess
Does anybody need me?
You guess you'll what?
oh no, I was gonna update Honora and Ilme on the whole werewolf situation, and then ask them how the herbalist shop went. What'd you guys get? Where are the goodies?
I'm just gonna pull out my, like, I guess 20-ish bags of seeds and be like, I got them! Make it rain with packets of seeds.
So I have a question. Because I wasn't with them at the herbalist shop, but I do know
Yeah.
that there are a lot of flowers that are edible. Would she sell any edible flowers like that?
Those don't usually carry, like, nutritional value, though.
Sometimes they're like they taste and they have the nutrition of like cauliflowers, and I just happen to read a lot and I know this.
didn't
they're
know
like,
that
Yeah, I
nutrition,
mean,
and
you-
pull up lists.
You would know from your time here that she basically has plants that are good for herbal remedies or medicinal purposes. That edible plants are not really her forte, but she might have something.
I didn't even think about that.
I thought about it because Adagio spends a lot of time in the forest. As a kid, he did at least. Yeah, I want to go double check with her. Just be like, hey, of those flowers you sell, any of them taste like potato?
Whoever's playing with their dice, stop.
Sorry.
Sorry, what were you saying, Adagio?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in and ask her real quick if she has any like plants like that that are like the head or something, or like the roots and the leaves all taste like something.
I don't have anything like that particularly currently. Sorry, I don't usually do that sort of thing. I mostly specialize in potion making and that sort of thing.
I understand. Would you have any like contacts outside of the city that would be able to get you that?
Sure. I mean, I am a druid. I am certainly in touch with other druids.
So how long would you say would it get for you to get other types of like seeds like that?
Well, it could take anywhere from a few days to a few weeks, depending on how hard the seeds are to find and if it's in season. It is getting cold out there.
So like iceberg lettuce.
I can ask around.
Thank you.
Why?
I'll be back later.
Why?
All right. But Adagio does inform you guys about the whole werewolf situation.
And I would very much like to investigate random things. Can you send it in the chat, the name of the town? Because you keep saying it, and I don't know what.
Sure. I'll send it in the Discord chat.
What's new, Scooby Doo? We're going after. Sorry.
Are we just going to turn into the mystery gang? Is that what's happening here?
You do have a classic murder mystery on your hands, if you would like it.
We went from being Team Avatar to the
mystery gang.
To the mystery gang. So I don't know what's happening anymore.
So we're gonna need a horse-drawn carriage that we're gonna paint blue and green.
With orange writing on the sides.
Yeah, is it blue and green? Man, it's been so long since I've seen that.
It's blue and green, orange writing on the sides.
Nice. And we have Forge as Scooby. I guess.
Why is this happening?
This is copyrighted.
Kai can be Scrappy, I guess. And we'll figure the rest out.
Scrappy got absolutely ruined.
We are bleeping all of this.
It's copyrighted.
Can't do that.
And then, we're heading to a new town. Okay, so I say we get a good night's rest. We find a horse and carriage, and then we make our way to this new town. And over there, we could probably find new seeds too. You never know, and more diamond.
Is there anywhere on like at the house I can plant the seeds?
The garden.
There is the garden. Yeah, you'd have to rip out some of the flowers, but yeah.
Could I cast?
Yeah. I had a side question. I actually wanted to ask the Lord if we could just start using his lawn as a giant farm.
You can certainly try. Go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I'm gonna give you guidance on that. Can I also try and help persuade him?
It's still gonna be disadvantage.
Yeah. I just want to be part of trying to convince the Lord that he should let us use his garden. Like, come on, man. We're the hands of fate.
10 altogether. How's that?
he's just sort of like, I don't exactly want lots of gross dirt around for the party, right? So perhaps after, absolutely. But I don't, unless you have actual full-grown plants, that's wonderful. But if you don't, and if you're planting seeds, that's not exactly the prettiest thing in the world, especially on that lawn. So perhaps wait for another 2 weeks, and then you do whatever it is your heart desires.
Mans needs to learn to read the room.
Well, I was Team the Lord, but
now he's dying.
Can I look at him and go, hey, so about that party, while you're still getting things ready, can you help Odella and anybody else?
Oh, of
the
course.
city's kind of struggling here.
Of course, I am doing my very best to get this party up and running. Don't you worry your pretty little head.
Okay.
No. Can I immediately just go, A, you don't call me pretty, and B, help the city, not the party.
Oh,
you know how you had an assistant who died?
I do, yes, unfortunately.
Oh my God. Yes, unfortunately. He kept journals and ledgers, right?
He did have ledgers, yes, I believe so.
So you're going to go ahead and pass those all to me, and I'm going to start looking over Delphi's trade and partners, and you're just going to go plan your party, I guess.
Oh, wonderful. That sounds like a wonderful plan. He goes and gives you, some hefty chunks of books.
Whenever he, turns around to walk, I'm like, ooh, I'm mad at him. I'm sorry.
I'm going to pat him on the shoulder and tell him he's doing an excellent job, and just... Apollo is watching.
Oh my God. As he turns around to
over you, my friend.
As he's like turning around to get the books and stuff, can I just like pick up a pebble or something and throw it at the back of his head and be like, "Don't call me pretty, god damn it!"
You
Under my
absolutely
breath.
can. Just so you know, he is never without guards. So there are guards around you. Just so you know.
It's just a pebble.
Bink, ding. Oh! Oh! See, this does some damage on the ceiling.
Yeah, no idea.
He is so oblivious. I love him.
Just play the Curb Your
I hate
Enthusiasm.
him, but I love him.
That's him the entire
That's
time.
totally him.
Oh no.
Alright, so,
I'm gonna take my new books home.
for sure. So, you guys have essentially, like, the rest of the day. You've spent basically your morning doing all this shopping and investigating, that sort of thing. Alexios, you are spending the rest of your day with the Black Hand twins, getting this stuff silvered and beautiful. If there's anything else people want to do tonight, besides that, Alexios,
Yeah. Ooh.
as you are working with the Black Hand twins, there's
Sorry.
Did you forget your own name?
No.
A's.
I said yes because I did want to do something, and then you continued,
Oh.
and I was like, JK, that's fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, I thought you
Adagio,
did.
what would you like to do before we get to Alexios?
I was gonna send Ryujin to go get the cart and the horse, like to go scout that out, and then
Oh,
I
I
was gonna
see.
use the war room, which I assume has a map of Delphi to look for. 'Cause,
There is no
like, I
there
had
is no
originally
map
thought-
of Delphi. There is
No?
no war room. You
Oh
you
my
guys have not
God.
done anything about that.
That's right. They have like a
Put
council
anything
room
in
or
the house
something, right?
yet?
Yeah, it's
Didn't they have a
it's
council room?
yeah, it's a table with chairs.
There's no map of Delphi.
God.
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna gather with Ilme and Honora and tell them how I wanted to open the gates and like start farming around Delphi.
Sure. So, Alexios. You get into the groove of this forging process. It is something very familiar with you. Although you're not particularly trained with silver in general, it is not terribly different from other things that you've worked with, and you pick it up very quickly. And you and the twins are creating a rhythm together to the point where it's almost easy to drift off. The way you're sort of like in the zone naturally, just in your rhythm, almost mindlessly. And you find your mind drifting to other thoughts and other things in the heat of the forge and the repetitive clanging of this process. Your mind drifts off to thinking about other weapon designs and all sorts of projects that you're still working through and that sort of thing. And then you open your eyes and you find yourself in a completely different space. A cave of some sort. An underground forge. Is someone clanking something?
I'm trying to figure out what that is.
Gavin's face tells me it's
No.
Gavin.
Gavin?
I was drifting out while you were talking. I'm sorry.
It's alright, just mute yourself if you're gonna make noise.
My bad.
Anyway,
Thought I was
Alexios.
crazy.
you find yourself in this cave. It's an underground forge. You can still feel the fire, but you're no longer holding your equipment, you're no longer working on the thing that you're working on, you're sort of standing in this space. And you see the light of the flames dance on the rock above you. And you turn, and you see a silhouetted figure hammering away at the forge. As you approach, you start to see more of this figure, although his back is turned to you. He's wearing a thin, dirtied undershirt, and you see sweat pour over his muscular back. Something on his shoulder blade catches your eye, a glowing symbol in the shape of an anvil surrounded by flames. The same symbol that's on your shoulder blade. And then you realize what it is you're seeing. It's you. You hammering away at something, almost in a trance. The other you doesn't seem to notice that you're there. He's so hyper-focused on what he's doing. His eyes, you notice, are pupilless, bright red, as if reflecting the light of the forge in front of him. What do you do?
I try to get the figure's attention. Get closer. Try not to, try to be silent.
Okay.
Or
What do
try to be
you
heard
do?
before I touch him?
Ching,
Hello?
ching, ching, ching.
Can I reach for the mark on the shoulder?
Yeah, and you can almost feel the heat radiating from it. And you see also what he's working on. It's not what you were working on when you sort of drifted into this space. You were working on one of the daggers, and what he's working on seems to be a larger sword, probably a great sword. It's still unfinished, but you can see it's going to be a masterpiece of artistry. The blade shines and reflects the light in a way you've never really seen before, a way that draws the eye naturally to its impossibly sharp tip. The hilt is still rough, but you can see the tracings that will eventually become incredibly intricate engravings, with spots for gems or jewels or mini tableaus. You can feel power coming off of it, even if it's in its unfinished form, the same way you can feel the power coming from the mark on his shoulder blade. And as you reach out and touch his shoulder, his face snaps up to meet yours, and you see the pupilless, fiery eyes looking at you, or through you, it's hard to tell, and you hear his voice. Alexios. Just then you hear a sound coming from the way you came, deep in the darkness of this cave. The other Alexios looks that way, and then in one fluid motion, he picks up the unfinished sword and prepares himself for battle. You see, slowly coming towards you out of the darkness, the familiar form of Aruxal, the Black Dragon. His eyes are locked on the other Alexios, and he opens his mouth, acid beginning to bubble in his throat. What do you do?
Oh God! I try to. I look for
Nowhere to be
Forge. Is
seen.
Forge there?
But you have all of your equipment. You just don't seem to have him.
I grab my chakrams and get
All right,
ready
you pull
to
out your
fight with
chakrams.
him.
Aruxal is still maybe 30 feet away from you, but he... and gets his acid breath ready. What are you going to do?
I attack.
Make an attack.
I try to throw a chakram
Go
at
ahead.
him. It's natural 18.
That's going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah.
Nine points of damage.
Nine?
Okay. You see, you throw your circular blade, and it cuts through his black scales. You see green blood pouring from his wounds as Aruxal stumbles, falters, and then collapses on the ground. The other Alexios looks at you. A victory, to be sure, but merely the opening act. Do you have it in you for more? And you hear another sound now. Coming from the darkness, heavier than before. But instead of preparing himself for another fight, the other Alexios turns around, goes back to the forge, and begins working again on his sword. Ting! Ting! As you look from the darkness to him and back again, you see a new foe approach. Another black dragon, but huge! 3-4 times the size of Aruxal. Its form dominating the space, and you can feel your heart in your chest. What do you do?
The sword. Can I use the sword?
It's not ready, says the other Alexios.
That one's bigger. What do we do?
Ching, 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 ching. Suddenly you hear rock crumbling around you. You look around just in time to see an entire section of the wall next to this new black dragon explode and disintegrate. In its place, you see an enormous blue dragon, just as large as the black one. Then, another section of wall, then another. In an instant, you're not merely facing a single enormous black dragon, you're facing 5 enormous dragons, one of each color: black, blue, white, green, red. And the other Alexios. Ding, ding, ding. What are you doing?
I shout for the sword again. And if not, I get them in the defensive stand.
The other Alexios looks at you and pulls out a second hammer. You cannot do this alone.
Give it to me.
Ding, ding, ding. What are you doing?
He has another hammer, you said?
Yeah, he's giving you a second hammer. It seems to be the same tool he's using currently.
Then I frantically start trying to help him.
Okay, you pull around to the other side of the sword and just start hammering away. Ching, ching. Go ahead and make a Smith's Tools check for me. This is strength plus dexterity.
Am I adding my strength or my dex modifier?
Strength,
or both?
strength plus dexterity.
Plus 4, so 17.
17. You ching, ching, hammer away at this sword, and it's weird. You guys are only using hammers, but with each hit, it seems to be increasing the finishing nature of this sword more than just your hammer hits are doing. It seems like your hammer is activating some sort of beauty within it, and it is advancing faster than your hammers. And as you hammer away, suddenly a figure emerges from the fires of the forge. Another brown-skinned, dreadlocked smith. Another Alexios. And then another. And then another, all with their smith's tools in their hands. And every single one of them comes over to the sword and starts working on it. Ching! 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 Some continue hammering like you, others begin shaping the more delicate elements of the weapon. You hear a low growl beginning to get louder and louder. All 5 dragons have their mouths open. You can see their different breath weapons churning in their necks. One of the Alexioses pushes the sword into your hands. Looking at it now, it's stunning. The hilt is polished gold with 5 gems, one black, one blue, one green, one red, one white, inlaid on it. You feel the power within it as you hold it, as if it knows its target, as if it's guiding you. What do?
I let it guide me. I attack.
Make an attack with advantage.
While he's rolling this, all I can think is it's an Infinity Gauntlet sword.
Second.
26?
Plus 8.
Yeah, 26. Okay, definitely hits. The sword strikes true. You cleave it into one dragon. It cuts to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. Just as it makes contact, the world turns into smoke. You're falling, falling, falling. The sword slips out of your grasp, fades from your view as you hear the voice again. You cannot do this alone. And then suddenly you're right back in the back room of the Black Hand Twins. as if no time has passed at all.
Uh, uh, did anything just happen? Did anything change? Did I change? Did the room change? Did anything change?
No?
I was still here doing this.
Did you think you weren't?
I think I just got sent a message. It's complicated, but I didn't move.
I mean, you've been working on that dagger for, like, way too long, but, you know, to each his own, I suppose.
Is everything good here? Is the work...
Yeah, I mean, look, we can finish up without you if you're feeling ill. We just got a couple arrows left after that dagger you're working on.
Do I owe you
yeah.
anything for this?
For all this, it would come to 25 gold.
And you just have to... Well, that's not a lot. I'll just give you the gold. I have to...
That's
go
alright. We'll
home.
finish these within a couple hours. We'll drop them
Just
off
be ready
at
to-
your place.
Please do.
Alright,
I
man.
have to go.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna run home. Y'all have a nice night.
Alright,
Thank
go ahead and
you.
mark off 25 gold.
Alright.
And you can add the Share the Craft feat to your character sheet. Seems like defeating one of the enemies of your father has granted you some new powers.
Alright. Oh wait, how do I add that?
Go to Features and Traits, and then scroll all the way down to Manage Feats, and then just search for Share the Craft. In the meantime, Alexios comes home. At this point, the sun is set. You guys are all sort of relaxing or doing whatever it is you're doing. About an hour after that, you do hear a knock on the door with your new weapons. So there are 5 silvered crossbow bolts, 5 silvered arrows, 1 silver-tipped trident, 1 silvered short sword, and 2 silvered daggers. You can split up how you so please.
Now, with the trident, was it just my trident that I gave them to
Yes.
put the silver on the end?
Yeah,
Okay.
they literally just like attached silver, like dipped it in silver.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind taking those crossbow bolts.
I guess I'll take a dagger.
Can I get one of the daggers too?
I'll take the
Alright.
matching dagger.
So, Adagio and Anora take the daggers. Ilmay's taking the bolts. Obviously, Ryujin's taking his trident back, which leaves 5 arrows and a short sword.
Short swords me.
Short sword.
Does
to
anybody?
I'll
Alexia.
Yeah,
I
does anyone
actually
have
do
a
have a
bow?
bow. I never use it, but I
I
still
have
have
a
that
bow.
bow from the Hunter of Artemis that Lathos left in like session 2 or 3.
That's true. You guys can split
I
the
also
arrows if you want.
No, it's fine. I just
Okay.
like I think it's
Oh.
funny that I still have that. I've never used it.
Alright, so Adagio, you can take the
I-
5 silvered arrows.
I don't even
so
have
just-
arrows for it. I just have a bow.
So you can go ahead and add those to your inventory. Silvered might be an option. If not, just get normal ones and then make a note and let yourself remember that it's silvered.
I now have 2 daggers.
There you go.
I have my first dagger.
Oh, I didn't even have that. Oh, sorry. I'm a mess.
All right. So if there's anything else you guys want to do tonight, otherwise we can head to bed.
Can I have a conversation with Alexia? Like, did he mention to us like what happened, or?
Alexios, you tell me. So Alexios comes back to the house, clearly like panting a bit. He's sweating, but he also, he sweats when he forges. So Alexios, are you trying to hide anything when you come in? All right.
No.
So you guys all see he's clearly something has affected him.
Lexi, are you good?
I just had a vision or a message.
What do you mean?
I was helping the Black Hands with the weapons, and it took me to, I don't know, it put me in a trance, and I saw Arxal, but I saw other bigger dragons. They looked ancient. Like, you remember when he mentioned the black?
Mm-hmm. It's like
I'm sorry?
the chromatic dragons you mentioned to us.
Yeah, they were the colors they were supposed to be. I didn't know if they were the originals, but they looked pretty big, and there was a sword, and it felt like the Dragon's Bane, and there were a bunch of me's, and we were forging it, and we fought, or I fought. I tried to fight the dragons, and it told me I couldn't do it alone.
Did they give you mushrooms in that forge?
I'm gonna put my hand on his forehead and be like, "But are you okay? Do you think your dad sent you this message?"
I mean, I feel a little different. I think so. I don't know what it meant, really. It just, I needed somebody to talk to. If these are the real ancient chromatic dragons, we might, or Gaia might be in trouble.
We say Delphi, and now we gotta save the world.
Your trial
Baby
period
steps,
has
baby
now ended.
steps.
You mentioned the sword. Do you think you could like draw it out? You remember what this sword looks like? Something you can make? Question marks.
Not you. You do remember what we talked about with the Dragon's Bane,
Dragon's
right?
Doom,
I
technically.
think I would need
What is?
Dragon.
I did not.
Sorry,
They're just under the breath.
For our studio audience here who weren't here for that discussion, in Gaia's history, Tiamat was one of the primordial deities who fought alongside the Titans in the Divine War, Titans versus gods, and Hephaestus crafted his first sword, Dragon's Doom, in order to defeat her. However, it didn't quite go according to plan. As he slayed Tiamat with Dragon's Doom, he actually split Tiamat in 5, and from Tiamat's body, the 5 original chromatic dragons were born. And in his shame, Hephaestus vowed to never use Dragon's Doom again. Stories vary about what he did with the sword, but they all agree that he stopped using it. But both cultists of Tiamat and followers of Hephaestus believe that the sword has some of both Hephaestus and Tiamat in it, to the point where followers of Tiamat believe that the sword is some sort of integral part in recombining her, and followers of Hephaestus believe that the sword is a key part in slaying her for good. You may continue.
But you said you were making this sword in the dream?
Yeah. Yeah, we were foraging.
Do you
Or
ever...
was I just shaping it?
What are your conversations with your dad like? Do you ever talk to him?
You talk to yours? Like, long term?
Yeah, almost.
Generally, my dad. Good
I
job.
feel like y'all should be having this conversation at like
Stay
a
the
bar
course.
over like a beer.
So, like, what's your dad like, man?
Yeah. No, I mean, I fall asleep when he visits me in my dreams sometimes, and if I pray, he usually answers. So I'd say, yeah, we have conversations.
So you
He's
can
pretty
just
cool.
talk to him.
I mean, on the usual,
I
sure.
mean, I've never really like, hi, we've never really done that. He's really he's a quiet guy from what I get. Doesn't like to talk much.
Maybe you just need a... Yeah, maybe you guys have a different form of communication. I don't know, we'll work on that. Well, usually he comes to me either in my dream or when I pray. I don't do anything. I just sit there. I just let him come visit me, I guess. I open my mind.
So you don't have to offer him anything to talk.
If I'm at the temple, I'll give him something, but if he has something to say to me, he'll just pop up.
Oh. I'm hiding my jealousy.
Meanwhile, it's just like... Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just gonna look around the room like, do you guys not talk to your godly parents on the use?
I'm just gonna look up and go, I wonder what it's like having a godly parent.
You have a godly stepmom.
I can't, no. You just called Artemis my stepmom. At that, I'm just gonna leave the room. I'm done.
Okay,
Just
well,
nods.
I'm
Understandable. Carry on, leaves.
I'm going to go check on Nemosine, and then I'm just gonna go to bed.
Okay.
But I'll pat Alexia on the shoulder and be like, you should pray on it or something.
Wonder what it's like talking to your parents.
I don't know. I'm a cleric. Praying is just my go-to.
Go build a new weapon. Talk to your dad that way.
Ryujin, do you talk to your dad all the time?
No.
Join the club. Join the club,
And I
Ryujin.
don't
Join
even
the
ask
club.
May.
I've spoken to him twice, ever, for very short amounts of time, but not on a regular basis.
I mean, I wouldn't say regular basis. I met the guy when I was like 20, 21.
Y'all remind me. I just remembered something.
He saved my life when I was about to die, and empowered me and sent me on my way, and then basically told me to keep going. That's about it.
What does that mean? He empowered you. Your dad could just give people powers? Like, can my dad do that? Could he give... I guess he did.
I was like, he did.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Are we circling back to the Ryujin is a cleric?
my god.
I was weak before, and he saved my life and empowered me, gave me power.
I mean, you're still a little weak now, considering you couldn't pick up your trident till recently.
Listen, I still hauled it around, just didn't use it. It was for show.
Sorry,
I didn't want to
had to say
scratch
it.
it.
Oh my god.
Now we got this silver tip on it, we're ready for business.
Yeah,
So-
I'm going to bed.
Adagio, are you checking on Nemosine first?
Yes, because I want to make sure she's still in that icebox.
I'm gonna go with Adagio for this.
All right.
I
So
want
you
to
guys.
push it
Oh, I
down
never
the
told
stairs.
Honora.
Yeah, if you want to say anything before you head down to the cellar, go ahead.
First I would think it's weird that Honora is following me to the cellar out of nowhere. So I'll turn back and be like, this is where I shoved Nemosine.
I'm gonna be like, I assumed this is where you took the Titan when you just, like, mechanically walked out of the room this morning.
Yeah, so basically my dad came to me in a vision, and he was telling me, I don't remember what he told me, don't even ask me, but Nemosine attacked my dad through me in our shared dream vision. Phaeton was there, it was very nice.
Until, the Titan showed up.
Until then.
And everything
it was
changed.
very nice.
When the Fire Nation attacked.
And then
I wasn't gonna finish
exactly.
it because it's copyright.
My bad.
But yeah, she will be sleeping in here from now on because I'm not trying to have that again.
I'm just gonna look at him and go, so no Titan friend, Titan bad?
You can sleep in the cellar with the Titan. I will lock
I'm
you
not
in, that's
sleeping
for
in
sure.
I didn't say I
That
was
thing
gonna...
attacked me and my father.
That's why I said, so Titan bad. We're not making friends with the Titan anymore. I was just making sure we were on the same page.
No more. We're gonna go find a
Hey.
volcano and just dump it in.
There's always one good one, am I right?
Lord of the Rings it.
All right, so you guys heading
So
down.
we'll go down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you head down to the cellar, and again, it's a very small space. It's only like 15 feet by 15 feet. But you open the ice box that Nemosine was shoved into, and first of all, she's still there. And the ring does seem to reorient itself as you open the door. But you also notice all of the ice in this ice box has melted. When you open the door, there's like a splash of water on your feet, and you both of you hear a voice in your head. I don't like being shut away.
Can I make a, I don't know, Arcana medicine check? Like, what is the opposite of acid? Like, when you get an acid burn, how does my mom treat it?
Base?
No.
Yeah.
What is base?
What's
What's
like a
base?
baking soda. Baking,
Yeah, like
so acid
something
versus
something with
baking
a
soda.
basic pH.
I'm gonna find
like,
some of that and just pour it in the blood
dish
glass.
Are you gonna open the blood glass?
You have to open
Oh,
it to do
goddess.
that.
I don't. Oh no, that's like unleashing like her full.
Listen,
power
you can
just
do whatever
out
you
in
want
my
to do.
face.
I'd like to say, whenever you say, oh goddess, which goddess are you referring to?
Usually Artemis.
And you hear her voice again.
Um.
Oh, are you still upset about that little visit I paid you?
I'm gonna slam the door shut again.
I'm gonna open the door back up after Adagio has done that and be like, okay, things are a little tense between you and the Titan we have trapped in a box.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
would
close the
prefer
eyes.
a different host. Like you. You have some divinity in your blood, but not nearly as concentrated as your friend there. I think we would be quite an interesting pair.
I'm just gonna close
I
the
don't
box.
like where
I'm just
this
gonna
is
stop.
going.
I don't like where
Nope.
this is going. Can I just go, I don't even know what to say. Can I just look at the ring and just go, so, no, but flattering.
Oh, please, you're not powerful enough to accept my power anyway, but, you know, As you get more powerful, I can make you more powerful than you've ever imagined. I can make you finally be in control of your own memories. All that trauma, all that hardship, I can make it go away. And I can make those who hurt you pay. You and I together.
What sucks about this the most is me as a human being. I absolutely love villain arcs, so this is very tempting.
Does
I'm just
Adagio
gonna...
hear any of this or nah?
No, she has gone silent to you.
Anything I'm saying out to the Titan, I'm no longer saying out loud at this point.
Sure.
To not concern Adagio.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it, that's really tempting. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, do. I'll keep you in mind. And I'll tell you what. There's
Sorry.
more to your memory than even you know. I can unlock things. I can show you things that you do not even know about yourself. And together, think of what we can do together. Not yet, obviously. You're not quite skilled enough. And obviously I would prefer if I didn't have to deal with any sort of divine blood, but you are far more palatable than your friends.
What do you mean? Wait, hold up. That just hit me. What do you mean divine blood?
Know you so little of your own origin.
What?
I know
What?
a great many things from seeing inside your mind. That mark on your arm, where do you think it came from?
I have no clue.
Yes, because you cannot see the moment you were born. I can. From the moment your memory started, I was there. I can see it all.
I'd just like the audience to know that Anna, as a person, I didn't know that. That's why I'm so confused.
That's the one, the spicy meatball.
That was a very big, what? Is there anything else you can tell me?
Of course. Is there anything else I will tell you? No. Not yet.
I should have seen that coming. Can we make a deal?
Sure. If
Am I
it's
just randomly standing
interesting.
here? Am I just like...
Yeah, you're watching Honora stare at this ring, and the ring stare at Honora, and you're just like,
Like,
I didn't even think about that.
I'm just like standing like a doof. Like, am I closing the icebox now? What's happening here?
If I make sure you don't stay shut away all the time, will you tell me more information?
Perhaps, but not the juiciest details. Not until
Well, I
you
mean,
and
I
I
expected as much.
join in a way. When you become more powerful, you can wear me like a Ruxal did. You can control an essence of my power. We can be partners. You help me,
See,
and I help you.
not sure if we have the same goals in life.
Not yet.
But about our deal with me getting more information to make sure you're not locked away.
What could you possibly offer me that would be worth the most precious resource in the world?
I mean, you wouldn't be stuck in a fucking icebox. I'm gonna be the only one who would let you out.
If you think this box can hold me in this current predicament, perhaps you might be right. But I think you will take me with you regardless of what I say or do.
Maybe, maybe not.
Then leave me. Can you risk it?
At this point, I'm gonna slam the icebox closed and pull Adagio back up the ladder.
As you close it and begin moving away, you hear, and it's like slowly getting quieter. You hear, but you can go up the stairs, go up the ladder.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
So Adagio, you just watched Honora just like stare at this thing for like a solid minute, and then just close the icebox and pull you up the ladder.
Beautiful, great. I'm not gonna follow Honora upstairs to the bedroom. I'm just gonna stay back.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I don't want to sleep at the house anymore.
All right, what are you gonna do?
That orphanage I was like volunteering at. I want to go find them. I'm gonna stay there. I'm just
Okay.
gonna be like, I'm gonna help you guys a little more. I'm gonna stay here too.
All right, so you pack a little overnight bag and make your way back across the city, and are an overnight babysitter for an evening in this orphanage.
What's?
And everyone else settles in for bed. Nora, you have something else?
I'm not. I'm going to sneak back down to the cellar at some point.
Okay. Middle of the night, you open that cellar door and go back down that ladder.
I'm gonna go over and open the icebox.
The ring focuses on you.
How do I know you're not lying to me?
And it's bizarre. You're hearing her voice in your head this whole time, but it's been like coming to you as common, but suddenly her voice changes to a completely different language, but a language that you still understand. And she says, "Because we share a common tongue." And you understand these words to be Titanic, the language of the Titans.
I would find this information out eventually anyway myself.
Are you certain? How many years have you gone without knowing this information until now? Surely your divine parent or parents or ancestor would have claimed you by now. Your blood has celestial energy to it, but your friends are overflowing with that sort of energy. It is repulsive. You, well, easier to digest, less concentrated.
All I can think of is the ha ha ha, I'm in danger. Shit, okay. What would a partnership entail?
Merely, if you need to keep me in this box, do so, but keep me close. And when I feel you are powerful enough to accept my power, you put me on, and I can grow with you, and I can give you an ounce of my power What I did with Aruxal at the beginning of that siege, making everyone experience their traumatic memories, I can teach you that. You can do that to your enemies. And many, many more things. Would you believe it? You actually fought Aruxal before you entered this mansion, but I made you forget it all. You can do that to your enemies.
This is dangerous. What do you mean I fought Aruxal before entering the mansion?
My dear, memory is never a sure thing. It is always rewritable. That is where I thrive.
See, this is why I don't trust you. You've messed with my memory before.
Yes, but isn't it
Make
glorious?
that your type.
Isn't it glorious to know that I have control over that domain? All that trauma, all that sorrow, I can help you release. All it will take is a partnership. Our goals are somewhat aligned, whether you know it or not.
How are our goals aligned?
Well, you want to reunite my siblings, throw us back into our pit. I also want to be reunited. Just have a different ending in mind.
At this point, I don't know if I can agree to a partnership.
At
That
this
trauma
point-
you speak of is...
At this point, I have no desire to partner with you. I'm merely saying, get more powerful, and it's a conversation.
The trauma you keep talking about makes me who I am. Why would I want to change it?
Because I can make you better. It does make you who you are, and who you are is weak. You are merely grasping at the true potential inside of you. I can help you unlock everything.
At this point, I'm just going to go silent. Slowly close the icebox and just say, I'll think, and just leave and like run out of the house completely.
Alright, where are you going?
The Temple of Artemis.
Okay. As the sun shines on this city, you enter your familiar temple. It's quiet here. There is a priest here, the familiar Saint Aveth, but she looks and doesn't pay you much mind. Can I help you, Anora?
I don't know. I learned a lot of things today that I had no clue about. And I need answers, and I don't know where to go.
Well, you are always welcome here. Stay as long as you'd like.
I'm gonna go find the tree that I seem to go to every time and lean back against it and start praying just like in general to Artemis for answers.
Absolutely.
Anything, like any kind of guidance at all.
Absolutely. You pray. You try to get all of your thoughts in order. And eventually you drift off to sleep underneath that tree in the temple. And that's where we will end tonight's session. Lots of different little potential tendrils out there. Lots of things that can be followed. But thank you all for joining us. Next week we'll be back Monday 7:30 for the beginning of this murder mystery quest. Also definitely tune in this Thursday at 7:30 for the first episode of Threads of Fate. Hopefully, if I don't screw it up. And don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias and all that kind of stuff. And definitely follow us here on Twitch. It really helps us out a lot as we are just getting started. Share us with your friends. Check out all of our videos on YouTube. Everything is linked down below in the Twitch chat. Love you guys. Thank you for joining us. I really should have like a sign off, but I don't. So thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, party, for being awesome. And we will see you all next episode. Bye-bye now.